Damn, I need something to hold this. Does this work? I need something to lay it against. Yeah, this will do. Oh, ooh. Kinda got it. Yeah. Oh my God. What the fuck? Keep sliding. This? I'm ghetto. Y'all wanna see my fridge? Y'all wanna see my fridge? Oh my God. I can't, bro. Hey. What the fuck? Y'all about to watch me eat my oxtails. Man, life is good. So, I was trying to tell a story. So on Wednesday, Ruri and Mealy Mall, I guess they're unemployed now since I heard the Joe Budden podcast taking a break. So I get it. I've been hiring mad people. So they pulled up. I'm gonna tell you how dumb these niggas are. I think they Uber pulled over here. Uber pulled over here, bro. Came through. Did a drive-by on my mailbox. These two dimwits, they forgot to drop off an application. You know what happened? Remember when I was on stream and I said, Ruri, your fucking resume, the only thing it could do is clean my pool? Surprise, I'm hiring a pool guy. I think he was trying to apply. He was trying to apply. Nigga ain't that smart though. Nigga forgot the application. The niggas be watching too much movies and shit. I see mad people say, yo, this is the Russian mafia mobster way of saying, shut up. Shut up. Yo, Troy, what up, man? Listen, man. Idiots like Rory is why everybody should be a licensed gun holder. Because when people think they could pull up to your place of residence, you gotta be able to protect yourself. Always be on defense, never be on offense. I mean, oxtails. Yo, Troy, man, I see you with your podcast, man. I watched a couple episodes. Troy have a funny nigga. Troy be having jokes. But yeah. So yeah, no, that happened, and hold on. Yo, I'm gonna get the footage for stream. I'm gonna get the footage for stream. Hold on, let me show you this one thing. But that nigga must be watching way too much movies. Nigga. You can say whatever about me, but I ain't dumb. Nigga, I got I got this shit in every room, nigga. I know exactly who here. This shit is big. Facial recognition, everything. That shit spotted that nigga from like 300 yards away. Yo, Act, that's Rory. He's dropping off a job application. I need a landscaper too. That nigga Rui look like he need a 10. I be watching my landscapers, man. They be going hard. You know what I mean? Wait. I'm just ignoring them. What the fuck? Oh, no. I thought I just saw Shotty in the chat. I'm like, what? Because I seen Trey with entertainment. I'm like, what? I had to drain my pool real quick. Apparently, my current pool guy, which I think Rui would do a better job. Now I'm playing. My pool guy seen this. I fuck with him. They said there was too much nitrates in the pool, so I drained it. I'm filling it back up. Yo, I swear, I'm hiring a maid when I get furniture. But right now, I don't got no maid. Yeah, this shit is just... This look like Armageddon, bro. Oh, my God. Ain't nothing in the freezer. Look, this is all you need to know. This is all you need to know. Okay. Now I haven't gone grocery shopping yet. It's like, I don't know, like, I'm still waiting on, like, you know, furniture and shit like that because of COVID. So, you know, I could sleep here and shit, and I do sleep here, but, like, I don't have all my full furniture stuff yet. Troy Adams said, that's a good stove. Yeah, I ain't using it yet, but it's just fire. It's just fire. But yeah. Just a nice old Friday. You know, I'm kicking it. I'm working on, I told y'all, I'm about to kick off a podcast soon. That's to come. I'm working on some other content stuff. You know, keep doing the same stuff I'm doing. What else? What else? I got a few, like, you know, like, I want to call it interviews, but, like, you know, me and a couple artists were linking up, so we're going to do some things. I don't want to tell y'all who yet. I'm actually not about to announce it until I'm about to put it out. So that's about to happen, too. Buy some groceries. Yo, I'm so lazy. Yo, I try to order groceries online. Which I was feeling kind of stupid because I was like clicking. I'm like, I was clicking on a banana and it was like, add it. And I was thinking like, bro, like when I get like I'm getting a maid and a chef, like they'll go grocery shopping for me. But like, bro, I hate that type of shit. But I was clicking, I was like, I'm adding the bananas and shit. I'm like, yo, how do I know if the bananas are ripe? How do I know if they don't have that little black? So I realized that online grocery shopping might not be the way. And I was going to order strawberries, and I'm like, man, I don't like the strawberries with the, like, you know when it's, yeah, so, I don't know. I'm mad lazy, though. There's this thing called Instacart. Not a plug, just, I've used it before, or someone that was staying with me used it. And it'll deliver all the groceries to your house. Yo, ever since Amazon Prime, like, you know, kicked in, like, I'm the laziest nigga alive. I don't go to the mall. I don't go to nowhere. Nah, I watched Young Boy's conversation with Elliot Wilson. I thought this shit was hilarious. You got to realize Elliot Wilson runs Tidal, so you know I think that was an attempt, you know, by Young Boy to make sure that the DSPs, like, you know, see his face a little bit, because if they're giving you good placement, they're playlisting your shit, they're doing stuff that's helping you stream. And every time they ask for an interview or like, hey, just come on for like, I don't know, one segment, like, you know, Genius does certain shit, like Spotify's doing their thing, whatever. But I'm only talking about DSP, so Genius doesn't count. Yeah, that's what I think that happened. When do I think Drake dropping? I think Drake dropping in November. I think Drake dropping in November. Why'd I delete that thing about Meg? After doing some more digging, and maybe I should have clarified it, after doing some more digging, like, it was a dude on Facebook who literally said, watch, I'm about to start some shit, and he made that account or used like one of his homegirls' account, and he wrote that whole thing up like he knew Meg and Tory, and he doesn't, you know, and by the way, he's acting like he's a girl on the page, so that was fake. It was fake, so that's why I took it down. Now, if you ask me, I would say November. But he might drop in October. The bodyguard shot Meg. Tory's not snitching. Wouldn't that be a bitch? That's the one person, like, we never hear speak at all. When a little ad dropping. I'm probably going to drop something else soon. Kenneth, yeah. I'm going to see y'all Thursday for that. Yes, so like, there was two deadlines that, you know, I was thinking about when by the way, and it's for a lot of artists too, right? The bundling supposedly officially ends. If you didn't drop this Thursday, bundling, the new rules is going to kick in for when you drop. Secondly, you know, with Drake at first, there was a rumored date for him of like August. It was supposed to be like last week in August, but that was a deadline for Grammys. How do I feel about 6ix9ine's album? It's cool. I think, bro, we just like, let me say this, right? Yeah, I hate when I eat on live. Let me go get my Hennessy. If 6ix9ine did what Tory did, shut the fuck up and drop an album. I told him to do that too. Why drop one song? Drop the whole shit. If he had done that, I think 6ix9ine sells 400,000 first week, at least. Let's drop the album, nigga. What happened is he dropped single after single, and for everybody, they were like, each single was less hotter than the last. You know? Nigga, Tory, and here's the thing too. What Tory did, which is genius, Tory's addressing the situation. Tory's not running from it. Tory dropped the album, and it's clear. I'm addressing what you want me to address. What did 6ix9ine do? 6ix9ine got the record for 2 million people on Instagram. Tory gonna cash out on it in streams and album sales. Basically, I'm saying 6ix9ine should have dropped the album. Fuck going on live. Hold on. Let me, about to get... Hold on. I'm walking out front of my house. I gotta put y'all on mute for 1 second. Don't go nowhere. My bad. Let's grab my Hennessy. I will say though, Ruri, when you see this big bad boy right here, that's where you drop the application off next time, right, nigga? All right. Yo, I know I be hurting these niggas hard. Yo, I don't even like flexing, but I know I be hurting these niggas hard. Cause when I talk, I be talking facts. I just like facts. Bro, what are y'all asking? Yo, I'm not ignoring those 6ix9ine questions, man. Like, y'all keep asking the same shit about it. He flopped. What the fuck? 50K is considered a flop. Is he blackball? Yeah. What do you... The thing with 6ix9ine haters, even when they win, they're not happy. I said it before. Y'all wanted him to go away and flop and get humbled. He flopped. He went away. Why are you mad? You know what I mean? You don't hear me sitting here and be like, oh no, no. It's fine. That's not shoddy. It would be spelt differently if it was. It would be spelt differently. It's TR3, not TRE3. Shout out to my man Shoddy though. Despite your issues with 6, I treat people how they have been to me. So I don't slander people, you know, just because whatever. Shotty's been a stand-up individual with me. So I could listen to the allegations, but, you know, I'm not... Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you though. Troy Ave got some nice diss songs. I don't know if the one. He dissed Joe. Joe's my man too, you know. But that was cool. I think. Truth be told, these are the hard like Troy Ave diss songs. The one he did against, and I'm just gonna, you know, I have no horse in no race, so don't be thinking me complimenting the song means whatever. He did one against Tax Tone. That shit was stupid hard. And then he did one against... I won't even mention it. Y'all know the one I'm talking about. But just because he did somebody deceased, so I won't even really mention the name. But to be honest, like just song alone, like the shit was kind of... The thing with diss songs, right? The niggas who make the best diss songs is the niggas who... There's no filter, and they'll go wherever with it. You feel me? They'll say anything. Them type of niggas, like when you hear them say some shit, like, God damn, why you had to say, you know what I mean? Danny, what's good with you? Yeah, that's Rory's new job title, man. Yo. The position for my pool man, my fucking landscaper, they have been filled. Rory, you could take the job over of masturbating the dogs over there, okay? I know Joe don't do that. Joe probably had Rory doing that type of shit. That's a job for Rory. Rory, my dogs seem like he horny, bro. Rory, handle that, brother. Rory, handle that, brother. Like, yo, that seemed like a job for him. Yeah. Yo, Troy, you wild, man. Yo, Troy, I do want to know, why did the beef start with Troy and Joe, though? I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know. Why did it start? I know there was some stuff like, listen, the thing with Troy, once you start going back and forth with him, he gonna go way, like, pause, way below the belt. He gonna say some shit that you gonna be like, all right. You don't even want to rap with him no more. If it was rap to begin with. Oh, I think I know how it started. I think it started from Everyday Struggle when we covered Troy Ave and Tax. Was it that? Why did they start beefing? And then Troy made a song, but he started bringing up Joe's at the time fiance. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, you know what's interesting though? Even with like, maybe I should. Is Troy on here still? This is a train of thought I'm on. I believe Tory, like I've talked to people, within this industry shit. They're telling me that, Tory just cashed a check to be blackballed. Now, there was a thought that being blackballed, I remember people say, you can't get blackballed. You get me? Like, you can't get blackballed. But still, it's an industry. Like, if nobody fucks with you and people who make things happen stop, like, even giving you the benefit of the doubt and they won't make shit happen with you, like, yeah, you could get blackballed. I'm wondering if Troy Ave thought he was blackballed. Because I think Tory might get blackballed. Right? And I think like he saw it coming and he was like, fuck it, let me just go out fighting and build up a huge fan base with the moment. 6ix9ine got blackballed. But I'm wondering if Troy feels he got blackballed because I feel like certain people, may have, not like either saluted him or kind of pushed the narrative his way when it came to whatever situation he had. And sometimes when people are forced to pick between two people, yeah, I don't know. All right. Here we go.
My boy. What's up?
What's
What's up with this nigga with the medallion on the floor?
Oh, shit.
Nigga, I think you me. Got marble floors in the kitchen and shit, all kind of, you know what I mean?
Hey, listen, you got to do it, man. That's why you work hard, man.
Got to get the paper straight, right?
Yeah, no. Listen.
Wait. First of all, let me tell you. You ain't got no furniture in that crib. I wanted interior design your crib. That's something that I do low-key, right? I'm going to tell you what happened. Dead ass. So, I was fucking with this chick. She a big chick. She like do all the interior design for celebrities. She got a show, all kind of shit, whatever. Low key, I ain't gonna say name. But anyway, she was supposed to do some interior design when I bought my first condo. She ended up getting her feelings. I had a girl, she didn't do it. I ended up doing the shit myself. She ended up coming back around, oh my God, this is amazing, whatever. Cool. That's how I knew I could do the shit. So the shit I want to do for your crib, look at this. We not playing. This is my little side spot. We got Versace wallpaper. We got ostrich. Got the butter scopo on the floor with the marble on the corner. I'm dead ass. Like, we got the fucking ostrich furniture. You got money, nigga. You could afford all this shit. You know what I'm saying? We got everything Versace. Everything.
That look luxurious, man.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, nigga. And this shit, we not fucking around. Look. This the motherfucking headboard is ostrich. Handmade.
Oh shit.
Everything, nigga. The bed is Versace.
Wait. How do you put this shit together though? Like, where do you find this shit?
I designed it and I got the contracts, all that. You know, I be buying mad cribs. I got like fucking 12. Come on, baby.
Nah, that's fine. Damn.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Different type of money.
You just turn on a different color light?
Come on, my nigga. We got TVs in the shower and all that shit. Look, it's Versace wallpaper, nigga. We not fucking around.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. You went crazy.
Look, I'm trying to tell you, my nigga, this shit ain't a game. So, look, all this shit, Versace wallpaper, in real life. This ain't no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what I want to do. I want to help you design your shit, type of shit I like doing. This is all ostrich furniture. Even down to the motherfucking look. Nigga, the bench is ostrich. And this is hand-built wood. This shit ain't come like this. Pause. Everything hand-built. All kind of shit. We got marble walls like you in a Mondrian. You know what I mean?
Nah, that's dope. So wait, you had to do all of that?
Yeah, nigga, I design everything. And I got contractors. They come in. I knock out the wall. I make the motherfucking window. all kind of shit. We got it, nothing but luxury. You know, when you be at home, your house got to be feeling good. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta be a palace, man.
Exactly. A lot of niggas be out flexing, popping bottles, driving cars. Nigga, I call this spot the Ferraris, because this little condo cost me 2 Ferraris. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. You know when I realized it was time to buy a crib? I had these expensive cars and I was parking it in like a garage, and I was going to an apartment. I felt stupid. I felt mad stupid doing it. I was like, man, I don't own this shit. I'm paying rent here. Like, the cars is dope, but another thing with that too, like, place where I was living, the parking was underground. So like, my cars, I never sold them. I'm like, yo, this don't really feel like, you know what I mean?
The cars is just trophies. Them shits ain't no assets. You know what I'm saying? Them shits liability.
Of course.
That's how. When I used to live in the hood, I used to live by my mom's crib or whatever. I was trapping. I'm getting money, and I'm like, nigga, I bought a brand new Benz, and I'm parking it. In Crown Heights, we don't really have no driveways. Some of the Jewish neighbors, they'll make a driveway and shit. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of their little front yard, make a driveway. I'm paying these niggas $200 a month to park in their driveway. I got a brand new Benz, but nigga, I'm living in my mom's crib in a bedroom. That's when I say, you know what? I gotta get the fuck out of here. I'm bugging. You know what I'm saying? So that little epiphany that niggas be having, but dead ass, bro. I want to help you with your crib and shit on some design shit.
Nah, bro, we got to talk. Yo, but Troy, you got to explain it. You say you were going to explain this. Do you think, first, I want to ask if you blackballed. Do you think you're blackballed? And then with the Tory thing, even how, like, whatever it was 6ix9ine to, do you believe they're getting blackballed?
I'm gonna tell you the difference between, like, me and, like, a Tory Lanez with 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
6ix9ine, Tory Lanez, they was on major labels. If you ever look at anything that Troy Ave did, like, everything I did was independent and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I never got the advantages that they was getting, like DSP. So now if I'm not getting it, it's the same thing. I never got it. They put me on New Music Friday randomly. You know what I'm saying? So I never had a song that was across the globe added or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So the difference is everything I was doing was off the muscle. If you look at it, I never had like mad different, like Complex wasn't posting my shit. You know what I'm saying? When I first started or whatever, they didn't post it after. So now these they might feel a blackballing differently for me. I don't know the difference because I had to work for everything and still work for everything, and I still send out emails to all my fans with new music and shit. So it's a little different when basically the rug could get pulled out from under them. You know what I'm saying? So I think with the 6ix9ine,
but hold on. Tory said he just went independent though.
Just went independent. That's like I remember when artists started going to Koch and shit, right? And they was acting like, yeah, we independent. We went to Koch. Yeah, you independent now because a major feels like you're not profitable enough to push and put a bunch of money into you. Now you're independent, but you've already had $1 million+ spent on marketing and promotions, right? So basically, it's like you're a ringer. You're an NBA player playing at the record. You might score fucking 50 points, but nigga, you go back to the league and you're only scoring 10, 15. Because now, if we put you in front of 1 million+ fans, and now the what is it called? The conversion rate is only 5% of those million fans, then you're basically a fail and a flop. But if you say you're independent, it could look good, like, yeah, I'm doing something. You get what I'm saying? You're a senior playing on junior varsity. Niggas they done spent all that money marketing and promotion on you for years, and now you went independent or got dropped, and now you're saying, oh yeah, I'm still selling records. No, you might be making more money, but you're not doing anything that you're not living up to your expectations, which is true with they using a cheat code. If you guys are in the same machines as a fucking J. Cole or Kendrick Lamar, then you should be selling out fucking stadiums and you know what I'm saying, and like, you know, Barclays, arenas like that. You shouldn't be doing clubs and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They'll still seem like they're winning because it's a
pyramid. Oh my God, Joe in the comments.
Hold on, what Junkie Joe say? I seen some.
Yeah, cause that's question.
Hold on, Junkie Joe. I told Junkie Joe $50,000 for him to take a drug test, right? He said, I'll put your ass in the sewer for $50,000. You never fucking did it. You didn't accept the fight, nothing, you faggot. Anyway, I can say whatever I want. I'm independent. But now, On the second note,
Troy, but hold on,
Joe,
Troy.
I bet him $100,000 that he tasted that dog's cum. Take a fucking lie detector test. What do you do with the cum after it's in your hand? What do you do with it? I bet you tasted it.
Troy. Yo, like, whatever issues you have with Joe, like, y'all can't talk about, like this. Like,
Listen, Junkie Joe, I don't know what he did. He offended me first. So at the end of the day, there's no rules to a reaction. He offended me first. He didn't have to do that. Every time I seen Joe, he was chilling. Look, he coming in hating. This is the definition of blackballing. He's mad at you. Yo, what are you doing? Like, nigga, you're a drug addict. We don't want the opinions of fucking junkies. When you get clean, then maybe it's a different story. But you cannot. That's like a fucking act. You know it's true. Whether it's your friend or not, let me tell you.
Yeah, but
you're West
like,
Indian act.
I feel like I'm in the middle of you going at him.
I wasn't going at him. He came on here. I wasn't going at him. I said nothing about him. I didn't come on here and say, yo, Junkie Joe, the fucking the puppy perpetrator. I said nothing like that.
Troy, chill.
I said nothing like that. We talking about Tory Lanez and what's name being black.
Let's talk about Tory Lanez.
So, like, yeah, it's just a difference. It's like, I wouldn't feel it as much as they would feel it, but if they start snatching,
do you think you're blackballed though?
I don't know. I don't want to just get out here and say no or yeah, because I tell you, if I am blackballed, I don't see a difference of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see a difference as far as like they was playing my songs on Mad Radio, now they pulled it. You know what I'm saying? Or like now they was adding me on Mad playlists and now they pulled it.
Yeah. Joe, I'm trying to switch the subject up because I don't want. You're saying let him talk, but
that's what I'm saying. And Joe, you're not like that. Nigga, you only fight women. Every time, nigga, you've been victimized. Oh, there's mad people that victimize you. You got a long list of niggas that you need to fight before you get to me, dog. And you know, don't provoke me because history shows that I could be into the violence only when provoked. Don't do that, dog. Don't do that. Chill out, nigga. That's a fact. Because if I run into you and then it's an issue, would it make sense? Would you want to have that issue if I run into you? Because I'm not gonna run into you and it's gonna be nothing. So
Troy, hold on now.
These niggas provoke me, and then when I go to
first of all, how is everything with your case or whatever?
It's still ongoing. As long as I'm this is the perfect part. As long as I'm out, then that shows that Troy Ave had no incidences before this situation and none after. So I'm clearly not the problem. It's a different common denominator. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, how do you move? Yo, I remember the infamous Breakfast Club interview when you went on there and like you had a bulletproof vest on. Do you rock a bulletproof vest as you move around these days, or
it just depends where I'm going. It's like when I'm going places. Like I was out with somebody last night and they're like, "Oh, you don't have security?" I said, "No, only when I'm going somewhere where expected, then I need security or whatever." But other than that, it's like you just move more professional. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like you're not in your house sitting around with security, but you talk a lot of shit. So I'm pretty sure if you go to an event, you might need to have security.
Yeah.
I just move accordingly. You feel me?
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, me too. Like, listen, certain venues when you know that people that might not appreciate you for whatever reason, you need it. But yeah,
good way to put it.
I was just wondering how you move around because, shit, you went through like you got shot twice. You know what I mean, in 2 different occasions, and it felt at that point that like you were just moving like that everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I move like that wherever I need to be, like on a regular basis. When I'm with my kids, I'm always moving with security and moving dangerous. You know what I'm saying? So,
Troy, let me ask you one question, because since Joe is in here, I've never seen Joe comment.
Junkie fucking Joe. Pump a pup.
Wait, hold on.
Come on, man.
Troy, do you ever think like, and I think I know the answer. Do you ever think you crossed the line? Because I think, I get it. So me and Joe run everyday struggle. You didn't appreciate certain things he said, but you immediately went super personal when you started talking about, you know what I mean? Like,
bro, there's no limits, bro. There's no limits. If somebody walks in your house right now and they fucking smack you in the head and then you shoot them, are you not supposed to shoot them? Are you supposed to smack them back or push them? There's no limits. If you
hold on. I'm not going to get that off. You're right about that.
You minding your fucking business. He had no reason to say anything.
You're right about that. But I'm not going to let you get that off. Just
Joe Budden suck my whole dick like your fucking baby mother, nigga. How about that?
Spell
Troy. Keep with your fucking shit. You fucking Captain Saver hoe.
Yo, Troy. What I mean is,
go talk to fucking Ransom or one of these niggas that come in your house, punch you all in the face. What's wrong with these niggas, B?
Yo,
Come on.
sure. What I mean is like, yo, like I don't think he said nothing too crazy. Like you just commented on like music or whatever. Like you do a podcast
something
now.
about I'm scared of people like Troy Ave. You don't have to do that because here's the reality of it. You should have been you got to be responsible a little bit when you're in the media. That's why when I talk about shit on my podcast, I only deal in facts. I'm not slandering people, making up lies and none of that shit. I'm only dealing in facts, right? So at that point in time, you scared about people like what? You talking like these other media that got it looking like I'm coming into a club shooting. You scared of people like Troy Ave who fucking defends themselves, who's trying to get back home to their kids? Like, nigga, that's self-defense. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. But you
but hold on, Troy. Before we got to the point of getting a little bit more facts on that case, it did look like you went up in the corner and shot.
Nigga, can I fight? I beat a nigga with a gun. After I was shot, I beat a nigga with a gun. The same nigga that punched you on your kind of shit. Can you fight, nigga? Come on, dog. It's gonna be more than a fight. You know what? Anyway, yeah. What it looked like and what it was, everybody knew the truth. It's not about what it looked like. Everybody knew what the truth was.
No, a lot of people didn't. Yo, Troy, I'm telling you. Troy, I don't know if this was by design. The first video they ever put out was you just staggering out of a room, shooting wildly, bro. You, of course, got to realize you're kind of in the media now. You have to realize how people see that and says, this nigga is wilding. You get me? Now, not a lot of you're talking from your perspective. You know who's connected that might know what happened, but most of the internet is absorbing information from the media. And they saw videos of you. They never saw any other individual. You of course got to understand that people gonna say, yo, hey, if a person's acting like Troy Ave, I don't want to be around. You know what I mean?
I understand where that's from, but since y'all niggas got insider information and shit, people, when I say y'all niggas, I mean people in the media, right? When y'all niggas got insider information and shit like that, then I'm thinking that you know shit. And from people that was there, they know what the fuck exactly happened. So to just totally ignore that for some type of agenda you want to push, that shit is irresponsible. That's a fact. And real niggas don't do irresponsible shit, dog. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking if you guys know everything else, you get information about other shit, you know people that was there. Why wouldn't you know that Troy Ave wasn't just shooting recklessly? Let the fucking let Fox News or ABC push that. Y'all don't gotta push that.
Let me ask you a question.
People that was there.
Did you take that as, people might like or have a better relationship with other people, so they're not gonna give me the benefit of the doubt? So you get me?
I mean, if we talking about that person in particular, Ratstone, who went and had a whole statement and tried to implicate me in some other crimes, that person, I didn't know they had a good relationship with Joe because they punked Joe on their show. These are all facts. See, I don't deal in slander when I'm talking about people. So I'm thinking, wow, why is he doing this? This nigga just punked you, yelled at you till you get the fuck over his show. So I don't know. I'm thinking, but overall with other people, yeah, probably. I don't know if they were scared or something. You know how this shit go.
Troy. All right. So as soon as you said Ratstone, I gotta ask you because when I think I posted you a couple times and I see it in the comments. They're saying you're the person who's actually snitching because you had the song that says "Middle Finger from the Stand." I think you also like pretty much you also said "Streets is a myth," which I think people are saying you're setting up that you're gonna be on the stand and point somebody out like, yo, that's that nigga who did blah 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 blah. You get me?
First of all, I said streets is a myth because I've been through mad street shit before this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna tell you who you could ask, and there's never no allegations of me snitching and all kind of shit. Secondly, I said this on Drink Champs. I said this on my shit. Anything that happens on the internet is not in the streets. Anything that happens on camera, like they said I was snitching when I was sitting in jail. How the fuck am I snitching when I'm sitting in jail? They said I was snitching when I came home from jail. How? I sat for 2 months and I had to bail out. How am I snitching? They said I was snitching when this nigga got arrested when it was clearly All right, yeah. When it was clearly motherfucking FBI, all kind of paperwork and all kind of shit. So that's why when I came out with that, like, if y'all niggas think I'm snitching, then fuck you, middle finger from the stand, because you're already saying that. But as far as everything else, they got.
Wait, but Troy. So, look, it might come to the because everybody think no matter what, this is just me looking. I watched this case a little bit, right? You still got a charge.
I still got a couple of charges.
Let me ask you a question. And if you can't answer, cool. If they said you had to take the stand against someone else for your charges to go away in that particular situation, like they needed you to get up there and at least, like maybe not even point nobody up, but you got to at least get up there and detail what happened from the best of your knowledge. Would you do that to get your charges dropped?
Let's say this. I haven't done it thus far, but I have no answer with anything that got to do with the case. But let's just say it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I wish I'd have been free. I can't even leave the fucking country. I can't go get no money in Japan. I can't do shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, come on. I could have been did all this type of shit. And it's like being a real nigga is a handicap. The same way that I remember Cassidy said some shit like this. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, whatever, man. Junkie Joe, he's a sucker. Period. He knows that. And
why do you keep going, my man, Joe Junkie Joe? Like, that was like a past life, man. Like,
it's not a past life. What are you talking about, nigga? Nigga, what? This nigga does cocaine right now. It's a fact. It's a fact. Act, I don't dip. Act, I swear, nigga. I put up. Let's take the lie detector test. I put up the money, nigga. Come on, dog. These are all facts. That's the thing with me. It's a handicap when you're a real one because you don't slander people. You go and you deal based on fact. I can make up lies and say shit like that, but I don't do that. Even the people I don't like, even the enemies, I don't do that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a fact. And now this is the only platform where Junkie Joe would come here and come do this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he wants me to add him, so I want to hear like.
It's nothing. Let's just remember. I came on here talking to you about something else, and he came on here jumping on my dick. I wasn't even thinking about this nigga. It's a fact. Remember this, Junkie Joe. You might come on here, you might think I'm not one of these other niggas, dog. So when you start doing some offensive shit, nigga, remember there's a line, nigga. Then don't cross it, because I'm not gonna run into you and laugh it off. Ha, that was old, dog. So good. That's a fact. And
I can't believe I'm the person over here advocating for peace. I love Joe. I don't want to have the Joe. Come on, man.
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not one of these people that just because I don't offend people first. I never take shots. Even in all these diss songs, the Joey Badass shit, he took a shot at me first. I was minding my fucking business. With any of these niggas, I never say anything about them. They say some shit at me first, then I go all out. So now, nigga, if you want to say this and you want to jump on here, and when I run into you, nigga, I don't want to hear yo, because at the end of the day, dog, this is a fact, nigga. But nigga, history is proving. Do you want those problems? It's gonna end bad. Do you want those problems, nigga? And I say it's not worth it. I already been through it, and I say it's not worth it. But I'm built differently with these niggas. True. I'm built differently with these niggas when it come to pride and being a man. So, nigga, I'm ready to go.
All right, yo, Troy, I'm gonna add Joe real quick.
Make sure when you add Joe, you ask him about all his past unresolved instances, about how you only hear about him beating women and you hear about niggas beating on him. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you gotta resolve that. You gotta resolve that. Ask him about jerking off his dog and tasting the cum. Different shit like that.
All right, Troy.
It's a fact.
Troy. Yo, we started with good intentions.
And then look, this is what you gotta remember. I know you say these niggas are your friends and all that kind of shit, but nigga, you're West Indian. The loyalty is different. You know what I'm saying? Different type of loyalty. Yeah. Look at niggas' history. And nigga, I'll talk to you more about this off the line, but you gotta look at niggas' history. Are niggas loyal to you, or are they loyal to what you could do for them? You know what I'm saying? At the time. Yeah. Never ever forget that. If you see somebody do something, if they was friends with somebody else and they fall out with them, don't just think, oh, that person won't do that to you. You gotta take that into account. Like, why did this happen, nigga? It's a fact. Think about it, nigga.
All right, definitely, my man. Definitely.
All right, thank you.
Oh boy, y'all got me hot. Y'all got, man. Jesus Christ. Yo, Joe.
Yeah.
Yo, where you at?
I just came from getting a manicure, man.
Oh
Had to
man,
get my nails right.
I'm too scared of COVID. I'm too scared of COVID to hop in those places right now.
You haven't reached this level of manhood to get your nails done.
No, I've done it.
Oh, so you know the vibes. Listen, man, you got to put the mask on.
Yo, me and my mom, me and my mom get our nails and feet done. What's up?
Act very disappointed to come on here and see such low life content. Act, you better than this, man. You don't have to talk to fucking Troy Avenue.
Yo,
man, I couldn't even get my nails done in peace.
Joe.
What, man?
I can't get the problem with you two.
Act, look, the numbers have shot up when you hung up on that man. The numbers have raised dramatically since you got that low life off the phone, man. I love you. You don't have to do that.
Nah, Joe, listen, man. We were talking about being blackballed. I feel he had valuable insight. You know? Like Tory just dropped an album. I think this is a moment. We just saw with 6ix9ine. He's officially blackballed. I've never thought that could happen post 2013. We saw it happen with one artist. With this thing with Tory, I see everybody have to make their stances. Blog sites got to say we're not going to cover it.
Act. Hold on, let me cut you off. Because you're naming people that shouldn't be bunched in together. And only because you are my man am I going to talk about low-life niggas in public for the blogs to pick it up. The difference between Troy Ave, the money for a lot of people, taking care of a lot. This shit happened. Man, knock it off. Knock it off. Stop it. Stop it with the rappers on Black Boy. Yo, I can't tour. I can't get money. Yo, they stopping me from going to Japan. Nigga, what? Stop it, man. Stop it. Japan.
He could have been in Japan.
You think niggas are paying for the 20-hour flight for you, nigga? All right, that's the end of my rant. Come on, so you say something, nigga.
Clearly he had an inquiry. Yeah, this nigga Joe. Yo, Joe.
Yeah, the inquiry in Japan.
Service is horrible, man.
Nah, I'm here now. I had to come back to the nail salon.
Man,
so
listen.
I'm on their Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay. Yo, Joe. Man, who knows? But I mean, I get it. It's levels to this shit, man. But yo, when the industry turns against somebody, you could be blackballed. And I get it. You're saying Troy ain't up that level to be compared like a Tory or a 6ix9ine who clearly, have bigger careers. But you know what I mean? Like he could speak to it a bit.
Niggas can speak to whatever they want to speak to. I mean, who gonna listen to it?
Joe, why do you and him have issues?
What'd you say?
Why do you and him have issues? Like it can't be everyday. It can't be everyday struggle shit.
Wait, you broke up. Why do me and who have what? Let's do this. Let me get off this Wi-Fi and call you back because I want to talk to you. Let me get off this Wi-Fi so my work and I'll call you right back.
Gotcha. Oh my God. Yeah, Joe is on one today. Joe's lit. I knew it was some real hatred because when Joe was commenting about like every 10 seconds. Usually Joe's a very reserved person, but I could tell he fucked with this particular person. Yo. All right. Still a little choppy, but I can hear you. Joe, what I'm asking you is, what's the problem with you and Troy, man? Like, why is it? You can hear me?
I hear you. I hear you.
You can't hear me?
Yes, I hear you, man. Come on, talk to me.
What I'm saying is, what's the problem with you and Troy to this day? Like, I thought it was just over a comment. This seems personal.
It's not personal. This is all rap stuff. I just don't live in rap world, Act. I don't live in rap world. Me and you, we've had these talks before. I don't deal with the industry gimmicks and the image stuff. Like, I deal with how niggas are as men in real life. And if you don't respect how niggas are in real life, then that's just the end of that.
Okay. I mean,
I don't
feel like
I don't have beef with nobody. I don't have beef with nobody. I just think it's niggas I could beat up.
I feel he went too personal. Like he started going off about, like, you know, the mother of your child or whatever. And I thought that's when, like, I know how you get down. It's like, all right, cool. We don't have much to talk about after that.
Fam, we talking about Troy fucking Ave academics. Like, there's nothing that Troy Ave can say about me. Yo, them words have to travel too far. They're gonna evaporate. Like, to hit me, there's some traveling they gotta do. Them words ain't built for that, man. It's different. It's levels and leagues. It's a lot of niggas using my name for clickbait and shit like that. You gotta let them do the internet shit, man. I'm 40 years old. What you want me to do? Reply to every nigga that say my baby moms or you on smoke? Like, what you want me to do? I think I could beat you up if I see you. Answer that.
He's been saying it. He's been saying he's trying to get in the ring, but I don't think it needs to be there. You feel me? That's where I realized once the conversation is there, and like even how he was talking about if y'all see each other, something's gonna happen. This is what I've realized. You know, and some people criticize me for it because unfortunately the internet loves when it goes all the way left, and then we all sit and say, "Why did it get here?" But listen, you could have discourse and conversation and disagreements without basically coming to blows or trying to kill each other. That's what I'm thinking.
I'm not trying to kill nobody.
I don't like when I don't like that in it.
I'm not trying to kill nobody. I just think it's niggas I could beat up. And it's niggas I can't beat up.
Joe is something else. Joe is something else, man.
As men, everybody got to know who they could try, who they can't try. Like, Troy know what time it is if he see me somewhere. Man, stop. Just stop it. Stop with the junkie. He on coke. He on all this shit where niggas try to weaponize my past. Knock it off, man. I'm out here. You got to deal with Joe.
Joe, listen. Well, first of all, you are very animated today, so I'm glad. Yo, but you do know, like, especially that whole little smear campaign thing, as you described it, like that happened recently. That's the narrative also they're putting back out. Oh, he doing this. He's back doing this. He's doing that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I don't know if people know. I hit you and I was like, yo, hey, I could see shit coming down the pipeline. Just as somebody who cares about you, make sure you're aware and deal with it how you may. You know what I mean?
That's why I love you and I appreciate you.
Because after you have a personal relationship with someone, like I told you, I said some of the shit I was seeing has zero place on my platform. You feel me? And it's something that if me having knowledge of it coming down, I could like let you know that you have a heads up. There you go. But yo, how have you been since then? Because I looked at you on live that day and I was like, yo, my man Joe Stress, man. Like, are you looking clear face right now? Like, look like you just got a facial. You trimmed the beard a bit. Like, what's going on, man?
Listen, I'm enjoying my vacation.
You on vacation?
Business is better than it's ever been right now. My personal matters are better than they've ever been. Like, 40 is a real good year for me. The likes of Troy Ave and smear campaigns can't ruin that. I'm in a good place, man.
Yo, Joe, I've been having arguments with people, like, and I feel like I'm like, no, Joe's my guy, but sometimes I'm arguing against you, and I keep saying, but I'm glad you said it. So now I know we're aligned in that thinking. I keep telling people, y'all can say whatever, however Joe goes about his business is either brilliant, whatever. I'm gonna just tell you this: don't think that shit gonna work for you, okay? You don't do that. Let Joe do it. You a one-on-one. Like, I'm like, I'm not doing that shit. And I'm telling people who are listening to you, like, nah, yeah, we like that he's taking on everything. Like, nigga, you try to take them on. You're not. You have to be. You have to be
like me. I'm the bad guy. You need people that's gonna fucking come to the table and say, the brick is the brick. Suck my dick. This is what it is. You need people that's gonna go back and tell the people which white people are with the bullshit and which white people kind of understand. Listen, you see me in action at Everyday Struggle, man. You know I'm not for play. I don't play with these niggas.
Yeah, I always tell people that the person you saw in front of the camera was much more tame than the person behind the scenes.
That's never listen, man.
When there was an issue or there was turbulence in whatever, like, business that was going along with the journey, like, there was Joe. That's all everybody needs to know.
Fam, no black creator that I know or deal with will knowingly not participate in every revenue stream that they are responsible for bringing in. That's just how I'm on it, man. I know what you do. I know what I do. I know what Charlamagne do. I know what Rob Markman do. I know what Elliot B. Dot do. I know what Gilly do. I know what everybody do. I know what happens if everybody stops. So, nah, I'm not playing with none of these niggas, man. I'm not. I'm out here. I'm on it.
Hey, I'm going to be honest, though. I felt really torn and hurt when I saw you and Charlamagne, like, kind of have a back and forth. Because I do think you guys not only are counterparts, not only are, trendsetters for just everybody and just content, entertainment, and just, all the personalities that's in this hip-hop shit. You guys do shit a different way. And I was watching y'all kind of go back and forth, and I was like, feels like a messy breakup, and I'm like a stepchild.
No. Let me be clear. That was stupid.
Really?
Fam, who's into multi-millionaires fighting? Like, Charlamagne is a multi-millionaire.
Mm-hmm.
Joe is a multi-millionaire.
Mm-hmm.
Charlamagne want to help black people. Joe want to help black people. Anything in between that is ego and emotion. And we don't need that. That ain't what we on right now. If niggas want to not fuck with each other, cool. But everybody using their platform to tear down other black niggas, it ain't really the time for all that. Charlamagne could do everything that he's doing and it not interfere with me. And I could do the same. That shit is corny. I just need to let niggas know that when there's a smear campaign going on and I find out the root of it, I'm going to respond accordingly. But other than that, that shit was whack. I'm not with that. I support whatever that nigga doing. Do that shit. And if niggas support me or not, the plan is the plan. I'm doing it. It don't matter.
Well, I seen you. The Joe Budden Network is a thing now, if it wasn't already. But I see you pretty much announcing a slate of shows or something like that, because I see you announce that there's a podcast with some women. I think Bridget Kelly's a part of the group. Let me ask you, and again, I want to remove whatever you got going on, because, like, we've had not only debates about hip hop, but debates about business and how we see shit, right? You've been through the music industry. You've seen the finesse, the screw up. You the first nigga who told me, act. When they tell you it's the good look, that's the finesse. And I was like, because we're getting mad opportunities thrown at us, right? So I'm listening to everything you're saying, which, by the way, I still believe, which, if no one ever knew, we were supposed to be on Wild and Out. Joe definitely turned that out. Joe definitely turned that bullshit. Yeah, we were, nigga. Yeah. Because I was just happy to be there. I was like, yo, let's do Wild and Out. Everyday struggle, wilding out. Let's go. Joe was like, yo, why? Like, you start asking all type of questions. I'm like, this nigga, man.
Yeah, what do we listen? That's how they get you when you're just happy to be here, man. We don't have to be happy to be here. You built an empire, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? What we happy to be here about? We built this shit from the crib. No help, no funds, dolo. Us, alone, own it. Y'all calling me, nigga. And I fuck with Nick, so don't get this wrong. I fuck with Nick and Wildin' Out. But that's just where we at, man. It's a new day. If the creators don't do something now, then you're just gonna be fucked in 2030 and 2040. Our kid's gonna be fucked. My kid is 19 trying to rap. What I look like taking something because it's a good look, nigga? No.
Yeah. Hey, let me also. So I guess this is the business question I want to ask you, right? So when I'm listening to you and like, I listened to every rant you probably did about some shit to have to do with that space and top level business shit. I listened to it like 30 times just because you need to absorb information from people who have access to be in those doors and actually have those conversations and also be in a place to make those decisions. So I'm listening to you and I say this. If I'm going with what Joe is saying, which I agree with some, then some I'm like, huh? But I say, and this is where my background comes, I'm like, Joe, why are you not doing this shit independent? Like, why even do that rant? Why even do that rant at a company when in reality, you know how much you bring? You could do it independently. Because, I started thinking about myself. I'm like, nigga, I just did this shit myself then. Because
the rant wasn't for me. The rant wasn't for me. Yeah, I could. The rant wasn't because Joe was angered about something. Yes, Joe could do it. Listen, Joe could do it himself. Joe could do it himself. Joe could do it independently. I know the route. I know the rules. I know how it goes. The rant was to tell, the only way that it's effective is if every creator after me knows what's going on. Like, Joe's not that important. Joe's not that important where I said, yo, Spotify is fucking up. Like, who gives a fuck? Joe said some shit. Get Joe the fuck out the building.
Wait. So it was not a negotiation tactic because a lot of people like, oh,
no. I've recorded every conversation between Spotify and myself. I have never asked for a dime. I didn't ask them to come back with something. I didn't ask them, hey, respect me. No, I did what you're supposed to do, which is, hey, I did the same thing I did with me and you at Everyday Struggle. During the taping of Everyday Struggle, Joe had a lot of issues.
Yeah.
The only time to really express that and receive an answer is when the contract is about to end.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. The contract was about to end. It was a bunch of shit that I wanted answers to. I asked. They didn't answer. I said, I got to go.
Because a lot of people...
I wouldn't want more money from the people that I'm saying don't understand. I wouldn't want more money. See that? Maybe some other black creators.
What it could be misconstrued is that when you keep saying they don't know, they don't understand the worth of what I've brought here.
Period.
And how you...
But wait. Period. That don't say, hey, offer me more money and I'm gonna stay. That says, oh shit, these people that you're working with, they just don't see. There's some white people that understand and see, and there's some white people that do not. All it meant was, all right, these white people don't get it. So if you want to go try to convince them, you can. But I'm not asking for a seat at a table I built. Know what? I'll go build another table. Hey, if Complex fire you tomorrow, that ain't the end of Akademiks. Akademiks is gonna go build another fucking table with Chief Keef Jr. or whoever the fuck you be talking to out there.
So, all right. So, and I guess me. I'm trying to understand. I'm telling you, I'm such a student in the game. I listen to everything, and I hear different things every time I listen. So when I'm listening to you say that, the question that comes up is, why go help anybody build the shit? Why not just get the resources and build it yourself? Because when you build it, when you help build it for somebody else, they don't value you.
Act. Do you remember the first 6 months of everyday struggle where Chop would say shit like, oh man, listen, anything y'all want, y'all could get with the numbers y'all are doing.
Yeah.
Oh man, listen, the boss is looking at the numbers, man. They never seen no shit like this, man. Anything y'all want to do, it can happen, man. Remember that?
Yeah.
Act. That's what happens everywhere. When you build some shit in front of people that weren't able to build it, they're gonna be marveled by it. But once it's there, all right, we got that. So fuck y'all. The magic leaves. So that's what happened with Spotify. The first year, oh, I never seen no shit like this. Oh shit, this is crazy. Whatever you want. Vacation for 7 months, nigga. But once it's built, you can move the goalposts around. You can say, your numbers, they not really, nigga, no.
But okay, so that's why I fire back at you and I say, yo, I look at you and I say, I was there with you at Complex. Do you remember, and I'm citing specific examples, everybody had bonuses that worked there full time. When the channel went from 1 million to 2 million subscribers, the fastest ever, when we got there, 1 million to 2 million. Everybody got bonuses. Yeah, hooray. They got like plaques. Everybody has a sign in their office. And we looked at each other and said, we did this. Right? Now, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go, buddy.
I'm with you. There's value there. So now I'm looking at you after Complex to say, Joe, you know you finna build some shit, dog. Why don't you anticipate that you could be properly appreciated and properly valued if you built it or helped build it? Because again, if we knew that was going to be the case, I'm pretty sure in our contracts at Complex when we first got there is every 250,000 subscribers y'all get on this channel that we're the only show doing daily uploads on, we get to go we get these bumps in pay rates or these bonuses or fuck it, like it turns into these other things that could be, you know what I mean, maybe equitable, whatever the case is. Why did it happen at Spotify?
Well, let me start with, I come from the streets. I'm not street. I'm not gang. I'm not tough. I'm not none of those things. But I come from the streets. And when you come from the streets, you kind of just figure that people will do the right thing if you do the right thing, because there's this code of ethics. And if you don't do the right thing, a nigga will come blow your brains out.
Yeah.
So with Spotify, you know, I thought that they would do the right thing, because they had been being robbed by record labels for so long that
hold on. By the way, Joe, you also thought, you know, you had the same thinking when we were contracted to do one episode. That's what the original contract was, one episode a week on Complex for 10 minutes, 10 or 15 minutes. We turned it into a 4 days a week, hour-long show, right? So I remember.
Wait, stop. Wait. So the normal person would think that if you set up a gold mine Monday through Thursday, that somebody would be happy to pay for the Friday, right?
No, of course, but hold on.
Were they happy to pay for the Friday?
No, but here's the thing. Hold on. This is what I'm saying. This is where, like,
wait. No. Let me stop, because I got to explain to you. Mm-hmm. The same way they wasn't happy to pay for the Friday act, the same way they took our gold mine that we created and tried to get funny with that Spotify ad money. They got a 250 grand from Spotify and told me and you we get 10,000 extra dollars.
It was more than 250.
Whatever it was, they told me and you, the fucking kings of this shit, we get 10,000.
Which, by the way, yo, Joe, hey, while you're going on your rants, right? This is one key thing. Information is key. The moment Joe knew how much Spotify gave Complex, there wasn't a decent, calm moment at Complex since that. Because it's cool. It's cool when you don't know what's actually coming in. But when you realize how much, like, pretty much niggas is brokering your talents, They're brokering, like, if you're not there, the money's different. The moment you found that shit out, that building was going up and down. It was like earthquake every day.
Hey, so now listen to this. You seeing me in action behind the scenes at Complex when shit went down. So for 2 years, I've been on an information hunt at Spotify, and then I found it. So what
did you?
Think happened? Yes. So what you think happens when Joe finds out how much Joe is bringing in? It ain't peaceful time, nigga. You can take this 3, 4, 5 million and kick rocks.
Wait, hold up though.
What?
No, but that's what was confusing me. I'm watching you say you're like, yo, you didn't go to title because Jay didn't want to give you information. Like, here's the thing with most companies, they only have leverage if you don't know. The leverage is gone if it's too transparent. So
but there's no
when
such
I'm
thing,
listening to you and you're saying
there's no such thing as a secret.
So when I'm listening to you, I'm like, yo, no way Spotify offered him all the analytics, all the this, all the that up front, because he would see the value of what is going on. And then if he compared it to the value of how the company's growing, and also especially what they're doing in the podcast space, he could probably estimate what the fucking value of him is, which doesn't lead to good negotiation because it's already like set in stone.
Well,
so they got to keep some shit from you.
But listen to this. You're absolutely right. They do have to keep some shit from you. But the part that a lot of the public misses when they pull the trick, like when they do the trick right before your very eyes, the part the public misses is a lot of these big time companies, academics, will change their whole business model right before your very eyes. Listen, a few years back, Spotify was all about the consumer experience. Spotify was all about making the consumer happy. Somehow it went from that to playlisting. Playlisting was the big bet, right? Yeah. And then it went from that to something else. When this switches, people switch. The goals switch. So the plan when Joe came in the building might have been one thing. But by month 6, when we see what Joe is doing, oh no, we got to go find 10 million more of these and let's go.
All right, let me ask you a question. Nostalgia question then.
Troy, when you in here, you are a bum, and they do not want you in Japan.
Joe, hold on. Before you get because I like this type of talk.
Because you just say you miss me, nigga.
I do.
Just say you miss me.
No, I do. Listen, Joe, I'm telling you, man, you get rid of the two stooges, me and you do something great, man.
Yo, why do you keep coming at my guys, man? Get the fuck out of
here. Yo, Joe.
Hey, wait, hold on. Do you believe that Rory sent the goons to your house?
No, it's not goon. Joe, I'm going to play I have my security camera recorded. I saw it with my own eyes.
I will fight Rory myself if Rory sent goons to your house. Shut up.
Hold on. Joe. Hold on. Since I'm here.
Shut up.
Wait, hold on. You know that guy's handwriting. You know he signed off on a lot of postal deliveries. You sent me a Hallmark card.
Let me see.
Look. Oh, here we go.
Let me see.
That's come on.
Ooh, I don't know who the fuck a stooge is.
I call both of them stooges. Yo, Joe, listen. My whole thing is why I call them stooges. Joe, I'm gonna be honest with you. They're the Migos in terms of they ad-lib when you're giving content. Nigga, there's a point while you're going on your rants, you look at these bums and you say, nigga, talk, like, fill it in. Like, you're carrying them on your back. You know what I mean?
That's not true. That is not true.
Listen, Joe, and by the way, the only reason why I got at them is because I think the view that I come from and the view that I think you also share is that, like, you could criticize me on some shit 100%, whether I like it or not, it's Joe. Them, you know how you said that Andy Schultz, but it's Andrew Schultz. You said Andy Schultz was carried on the back of a black man, which is Charlemagne. You don't think you carried Rory? Come on.
No.
No one knew who he was.
Well, that's
Joe,
not fair because you talking about fame. You talking about
Joe,
fame.
Joe. Okay, let me call you hypocrisy. Andrew Schultz has about 80,000 people who subscribe to a Patreon to watch him do a podcast that Charlemagne is not on, which means he took the ball. Even if Charlemagne gave him initial introduction, he took the ball and ran. Rory and the dude I call Mealy Mo, like, listen, they've done nothing. When I listen to the podcast, and usually because you're addressing a topic, they're ad-libbing you. They're not even B mics, not C's. They're like, you're the A mic, they're the F mic.
I disagree.
They're ad-libs.
I think there's a such thing in basketball as the isolation play, and sometimes you got to move out.
Joe, you know this. You know this.
That's not true. Sometimes you got to move out the way and let a nigga cook. Hey, Ash.
Yo, Joe, you're Kobe.
Listen,
you're Kobe. They're Luke Walton.
Listen, when me and you did our show, right? When we did our show, there was some days where you came in hot about some shit that I wasn't necessarily hot about, and I moved out the way.
No, listen. To me, I'm a realist. I always like to say, listen, if everyday struggle, which only lasted for 9 months for me and you, if people are saying was so historic, blah blah, I give you the Jordan role. I give you the Jordan role. I take the Pippen, because you know what? You did more than me. You get me? I was getting my legs under myself, 100%. So I give you that. But of course, at times,
but I got the best
did I do my thing? Yeah.
But I got the best pod, so you gotta let niggas live.
No, because you're Kobe in it, man. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You're playing like Kobe doing a rape trial, man. Like everything is going in. They're shooting from half court. Like it's cool. That's what I'm saying.
It's a clear out because listen, this is my serious answer to this. I know we're playing around right now, but my serious answer to this is Rory and Maul and Parks and Savon and my whole squad, they couldn't speak to the degree that Spotify was handling us. That was only Joe. There was nothing for them to say in that. Like they didn't know. I tried. Wait, let me talk. I tried my best to shield my niggas from some of the offensive, insulting things that Spotify was doing. Like, so they wouldn't know all of this stuff. They was finding that stuff out in real time with y'all, because Joe was talking.
Wait, let me ask you a question. And you don't have to answer, by the way, too. Do they talk to Spotify or do they talk to you?
Well, when you say Spotify, you talking about...
So, for example, with Complex,
departments.
You talk to... Me and you used to, while you smoked your cigarette, waiting for your car, we used to basically run out the building because we thought they had cameras or some other shit. You're a little paranoid. And we'd be like, yo, this is what they're telling me. What are they telling you? But we're both speaking of Complex individually. I'm asking you because when I'm listening to you, it feels like you're the only one speaking of Spotify, which obviously is a different discussion.
Yeah, but remember, none of us really spoke to Spotify, if you want me to be honest with you. Like
you and Ian speaking of Spotify, that's facts.
Whoa. Only on the renegotiation time. And only when they was trying to pump something through. This is an independent outfit. So we went to work for 2 years. On our own, the way we was doing.
You say you met in the Mondrian with Carl Cherry and a couple other people. Like,
that was before the deal got done. That was just Joe. Joe was going to take a mid-roll deal for advertising with the pod for $250,000. And I think that's when my Barstool deal had just got taken off the table. And Spotify called with a 7-figure offer.
That's why you're slandering my man Dave Portnoy. I heard it because I was thinking about
No. I like Dave. I don't like.
Nah, you've been getting at him.
Because I don't like white people that say nigger and are empowered to say nigger by their black employees. I don't like that. But Dave
is that current or some shit that was like?
It came out current. Okay. I didn't know that Dave Portnoy had ever said nigger. Dave and his homegirl, I forgot her name right now. They are geniuses. You got to deal with Dave.
Yeah,
he's a genius. He's not leaving. You got to deal with, I think her name is Erica. They are geniuses over there.
I felt something happen because you put me on, like I love business. when you tried to get me to do a podcast a couple years ago, which by the way, you definitely were right. I told you this before, right? But I didn't see the business shit happening then, and I was like, why? I was like, yo, I put in work in YouTube and other avenues until those became viable businesses. Why am I going to do it again in a space that maybe I don't need at the time? You were definitely ahead of your time in saying, no, it will be, trust the process, right?
I've been ahead of my time since 2001. I've been an accurate digital forecaster since 2001.
That's fair to say.
Yeah, no,
that's fair to say. Hold on. Wait, but that's my gripe with you, Joe. My gripe is like, because you're so ahead, everything tells me that after Spotify, you do not sign to a DSP or any other conglomerate. Maybe some shit just for ads, but you do it yourself. I was like, yo, man, Joe is like, you're talking that Kanye West shit, or Kanye's talking your shit, whatever the case is. And I'm like, yo, if Joe goes to Amazon, if he goes to Apple, and I don't know, even if they give him a bigger check, whatever the case is,
it would be a Joe Budden Network
like,
merger.
Joe.
It would be a merger. See, that's the difference. You got to learn on your way. Whatever I did with Spotify, they gave me my millions of dollars, and that's what I needed at the time for capital to fund my ventures. But now that I got it. I walked away from Spotify and nothing about my lifestyle changed. Like the same way I told Charlemagne, you can't say Joe is a bad businessman when Joe is a multi-millionaire man times over on his own accord. Not with a company, not with signing my life away.
Yo,
think about that. Wait, hold up. You just heard bum-ass Troy Ave sit here and talk about being blackballed. You hear the Pain and 6ix9ine voice when he talk about being blackballed. Joe was blackballed.
No, you weren't.
You wasn't outside when I was blackballed.
No. Hold on, Joe. Okay. In certain corporate, all right, I'll give you that. Okay, because of your label situation, I get it. I just, these days, I think beyond the label. I think, yo, when you're talking about blackball, DSPs don't fuck with you. Radio programmers don't fuck, because really labels are so fractured. You don't need a label if you have a real connect with the DSPs and radio. You feel me? Like, that's pretty much it. After that, you just need a budget to put up billboards.
Do you know how many times my name was typed into the internet last month?
You tell me. You probably know.
I do know, but guess.
3 million?
I'm going to give you one more guess.
Am I too high? 1 million?
400 million times.
It was typed in.
400 million times.
What do you do with that information?
And that's just the thing. What does each person do with that information? Hold up for a second. I'm telling you a story about Joe, who was blackballed by an entire industry. Still, they abusive fuck. He's a dog fucker. All of this shit that's just not true. You know what these people see when they look it up? 400 million times. Like, the ship has sailed. Like, you can't cancel it. It's greater than you now. Like, I'm here to work. And I have data and metrics that show Joe works. Joe works. I don't want to hear nothing about this other shit. I'm out here. It's over. It's over now. Stop it.
All right. So again, nostalgia shit again. But I want you to speak to what you were going to use this information for. I remember. So we show up early. I mean, you do your thing. You go get your little sandwich, blah blah blah. Whatever. Meet up in the green room. Check this out. You say, Ak, could you find out the numbers of, since we've been here month over month, how the views for other shows have increased, how the subscriber, what did you do with that? I get it. What did you do with that?
That we can't say publicly. But what I could say is,
or how do you interpret that? How do you interpret, like, you know, how do you? So fine, you get the data.
Wait, the nigga in the comments said they was trying to say Joe Biden.
Hey.
The key listen, and this is the most important thing, because I don't want to ramble on. The key is, how do we get our information? What does the information say? And what do we do with it? There's too many creators that are taking a quick check, and they're leveraging their chance at getting the information. I've been broke my whole life. I've
Look
slept
at
in
Tony in the
parks.
chat. Yo, Tony, delete that comment for a complex season.
I've been a bum. I've slept in parks. I've been a pill head. I've been a dust head. I've been an alcoholic. I've been all of these things. So for me, right, it ain't about no money right now. It's about who treats you the best, what terms are the best, who's gonna give you the information. They all fighting for information, They selling our information. And we just out here creating shit. No.
Hey.
No.
Joe, all right, Joe, explain to me. All right, another thing I want you to explain. Again, my questions are a little bit different because it's also I'm using all the information that comes from people who I look at as being ahead of and a little bit in different places than I am. You, Charlemagne, to be specific, to also get me armed with information that when I get in that position, I act accordingly.
But you're in that position.
Okay, no, you're right. But that's what I'm saying. Let me ask you a question. When you went to Complex 3 years ago, and you told them about podcasts, and you had an idea of a network, they didn't. Yeah, whatever, cool. If they had offered you that,
but wait. But let me just cut you off. Not that they didn't get it yet, I offered them my podcast, a new podcast with me and you, the Everyday Struggle audio as a podcast, and one more podcast for $40,000 a month. And they said no. That's not, I don't get it. That's, I'm far away from getting it. So if you a creator and you in a building with niggas that's far away from getting it, you gotta go. That was the best show ever made. And me and you was awesome. But as long as Rich fucking Antonelli has something to do with this,
he's a good guy. Hold on, Joe.
Man, fuck Rich. No, he could be a good guy. No. He could be a good guy. He just didn't get it. That's all. There's nothing wrong. He just didn't understand.
Wait, hold on. But I know you lay all the blame at his feet, but you know, in a corporation, just like with Spotify, there's a lot of bureaucratic red tape you got to deal with. And you might just think, or for the regular listener, like, yo, hey, it's just one guy who's saying yes or no to anything Joe asked for.
No.
Not the case. It's board meetings, like, yo,
yes.
It's a million different things.
It's 17 different departments. And guess what? There's somebody at the head of each one of them. Rich Antonelli sat at the head. So when it went up to 17 different departments, it ended with him. And Spotify, Dawn sits at the head. Thank you, my bro. I appreciate that, man. See, look, guy driving by, recording me at home. You got the best podcast. I appreciate that. Listen, at Spotify, it was Dawn. It could go up 20 different departments, but it's going to live and die with Dawn. Dawn wasn't there when I got there. Dawn don't know nothing about a podcast. They just bring in big TV wig people so they could scale. Fuck that.
Hey,
I don't talk too much here. I don't talk too much already on here.
Joe, regressing a little bit, because this is what I was going to ask you before you cut me off when I was asking. You remember when we started that Everyday Struggle, right? I remember it was the first time I ever walked in the complex. I don't know if you've been there before, maybe you have. But once we started, I believe the day after, maybe 2 days after, at least, I don't know if you were told, but they told me, because there was a whole section full of people and computers. They said, all of them got fired. And I said, why? And they said, listen, they're mostly print writers for websites, this and third, who are switching to video. Now, I didn't take that as much during that time. But it was clear that with us being at Complex and them acquiring just your talent and my talent and making the show, they clearly said, these people, maybe they were needed before, but now they're expendable. Be gone. Never really read into that, but now, you know, just hindsight is 2020. I'm asking you, what did it say to you? Because, a lot of times when we were talking, I was a lot of times trying to figure out, like,
I didn't get the mentality. You get me? And you were reading a lot of things from a perception level that you also listen. You know, we've had so many like moments in there, but I remember you were like, "Yo, use TV. They're taking our shit that we signed a deal to only be on YouTube, and they're upstreaming it to linear. They're putting it on TV. Big fucking problem. Another big fight in the whole building. Uneasiness. Again,
Spotify just made that same announcement, by the way, that we're taking all our original shows and we're making television shows and upstreaming them to TV. My fight is exactly the same as it was. Like, Complex is doing the same thing that Spotify did. Like, it's the same shit. When they fired all of those print writers, it told me that we was a hit, and we were so much of a hit that they're changing the entire business model of this company, like I told you 20 minutes ago. Hey, when I got to Spotify, you know what they said? Hey, this ain't a music platform anymore. Hey, this is a podcasting platform now. That's what it said. Hey, when I went, you don't know, but I went and had another meeting with Rich Antonelli and Cornell. We had one more sit down.
I heard about it, I think.
Just to try to see if we could do it, because it was the greatest show in the world, right? And people work with people that they don't get along with all the time. So we had one more sit down. And me and Ian said, Rich, just so we're clear, because we have a YouTube page and we know how much we're making from our YouTube page. How much are y'all making off the YouTube from Everyday Struggle? Like the Everyday Struggle uploads. How much are y'all making from that? And why aren't we privy to it? Wouldn't that be important in renegotiation time? You know what Rich said? Same thing all these companies said. Well, we're using that money to pay for a staff of over 400 people. Know what I said? 400 people don't work for Everyday Struggle. Hey, nigga, it's 10 of us that come in here in the morning. You think I give a fuck about 400 people? No. Oh, so you're telling me that I'm now paying for your payroll of your entire company? You think John will be all right with that? No. We walked away from that table. Because it's like, fair, how much are you going to take? And that's creators' problem. We broke, and we ain't never had shit because of oppression. So we just taking whatever they throw our way. But this is the time for that to change. There's too many of us that built this from the ground up. All we got to do is tell these niggas no, suck our dick.
People just can't do it like how you do it. Joe, you're a little abrasive. Joe, you know how ballsy it has to be. You're in an exclusive spot. Think about this, because I study all broadcasters. Listen, you know, like when they're firing a radio personality, right? They usually don't allow that person to go live, or they cut it anytime they feel that person's about to slander that company. You went on a tirade for at least 2 episodes, pretty much kind of exposing and saying things about that particular platform that was publishing and distributing your content that was probably not in their best and public interest. And I'm watching this shit, I'm like, yo, my whole thing to everybody is that will not work for you. Don't ever try this. Joe is doing some shit. If it works for him, cool. Let's see if it changes some shit, but it will not work for anybody else.
Well, Joe has a contract that says you can't edit my editorial.
But I guarantee that contract doesn't say they have to put it out. They could have listened to it before and say it's not coming out.
No, they can't do that. That's what the whole, because that is against your constitutional right and stepping on free speech. That's what they're trying to do with Joe Rogan right now. If you watch the news, every podcaster in Spotify is saying, edit him. He is saying hateful shit. We want him out of here. Spotify is like, fam, we just gave him $100 million. He is not leaving. Sorry.
No. Well, they also want certain episodes down, and that's not published on Spotify. So what I'm saying is that if say a Spotify exec hears you're talking crazy, at least to them, yo, this episode of Joe Budden's podcast will not be published. It just will not be.
Then I'll publish it elsewhere.
We have an exclusive deal. You cannot publish elsewhere.
Sure I can.
In an exclusive deal, you can't.
Fam, Act. At the end of that contract, I would have did whatever the fuck I wanted to do. I did it that way because I was a professional. Like, I would have put my YouTube vids out the same day. I could have wilded out at the end. I just got loud and boisterous. But I didn't wild out. I was very professional and ended it the right way.
Joe, let me ask you, because, again, you're one of the people. I look at Charlamagne, like, me and Charlamagne, we talk a lot. Like, he told me about his network a long time ago. Shit. I'm about to bring a podcast to existence, and I had meetings with his network as well. So I look at, like, how you do things and how he does things, and then what comes up, especially when, talking to people, is like, is Joe burning bridges?
Yes.
Do you feel you're burning bridges? Because play this. Like, here's the thing with Complex, right? Even if I was ever to leave there, I'm not going out in a ball of fire of like, yo, the CEO is racist, this person's that, which you kind of did, and it's hard for me to even see Complex doing any business at all, even if it's with a subsidiary of a company you create, because now they have to be conditioned to think, based on our dealings with Joe Budden, we don't want to be in business with anything he's involved with. So that's what I'm asking is, like, do you feel like you're burning bridges?
Yeah, I am burning bridges, man. I love arson. Yes, I'm burning bridges. But the thing about that is, Joe is a 9-figure outfit now. So if Joe says, I'm not doing business with you, it means...
Hold on, Joe.
Yeah.
You've said this 9-figure thing a couple times.
Facts.
I've tried to... I'm a math major. I'm trying to compute.
I can't tell you.
Fuck is you talking about? Stop.
I can't tell you.
Stop.
I can't tell you in public. Act. I can't tell you publicly because they'll kill me. They will come to my house and kill me if I tell you.
Joe, you think you're single-handedly responsible for 9 figures of income?
No. You think I would go on that rant and think? No, I don't think anything. I know.
But if that's the case, why wouldn't they acquiesce to whatever the fuck you asked for?
Because I wouldn't allow them to insert advertising in my back catalog and my new catalog. That's why. So it don't matter if I was responsible for, let's call it $200 million through subscriptions and whatever else, right? If Joe is not going to if the new model says, yo, every podcast that comes here now, we have to either own it or we have to be able to place ads wherever we want without your permission.
I do hear that is the new model. And by the way,
it is. I'm still the nigga out here protecting consumer experience. No, I will not let you put ads all in my shit. Well, that tells them Joe ain't down to do business the way that they do business now. So it's over.
Yeah, hold on, but Joe, I would imagine that they would probably, just knowing how corporate people work, they would grandfather you into a deal that didn't require that.
Oh no. That's the problem. They
wouldn't force you into a new deal.
No, that's the issue. The issue is I had a grandfather contract, so they could not do certain things, and that was their beef. So if I wasn't going to let go of that contract that I designed, then for them, it was either, all right, take this money. If you take this offer we giving you, we'll keep fucking with you. Yeah. Most people would have took it.
From what I hear, Spotify is not in the business currently of allowing anyone they're signing to exclusive deals to still own all their IP, still operate a certain type of way. And I would imagine that when they offered you a contract, they were not trying to own anything that they didn't already have.
Not true. They were trying to get everything they didn't have. And I said no.
And they did not budge.
No, they said we're going to leave this offer here in case you change your mind. And I said, I ain't changing my mind. You can take it. Nah.
That's hard for me to understand. That's hard for me to like even fathom, just because of in everything. Like, nigga, even with Y'all remember when AT&T like stopped offering unlimited, but they were like, if you had unlimited before we made the new rule, we'll grandfather you in. Grandfathering into shit that like you can't do business with someone and then 2 years later, especially after they've helped you show like proof of concept or help build something, you're like, hey, this is the new rules. It's hard for me to think that Joe. I'm not gonna lie. I see Andrew Schultz. You did mention him, even though you called him Andy.
Yeah, you be naming
Some people
names
did
that
tell me. I heard the
I don't
250
even
million thing too.
act. Do me
I
a
heard.
favor. Listen
I
to me.
heard this is nothing about that.
Listen
Joe
to
asked
me.
for an exorbitant amount of money,
Act.
and that money was looked at and compared with his numbers, and they said,
Act.
"Bro, fuck out of here."
You are a black king. I am a black king.
Yeah.
As black kings, we will endure and experience a duress that these white men will not. It is not Andy Schultz's place to say to anybody what Joe should be asking for or shouldn't be asking for, because Joe's plight as a black man is something you'll never be able to fathom. Act, you watched me go to work and give my all at Complex for $20,000 a month.
Yeah, you were trying to get killed. I get it.
I'm just saying, don't talk to me about money. You seen what I did with 20 grand a month.
I know.
So listen to this, because we're on the internet and people are stupid. Just listen to this. Even if it's false, because it is, listen to the conversation now. Yo, did Joe ask for 250? What? Fam, I was an underground rapper. I never even imagined a conversation where I could ask for 250. I got to be so mature that my decisions are going to affect bum niggas like Troy Ave. But it's okay. I still got to get it popping. Because what if he gets something popping? It don't matter if we don't like each other. If he gets something popping, guess what? He should get paid. He won't, so he won't. But everybody after Joe got to be able to get it.
Hold on, yo, Jojo, and this is a super personal conversation that.
No, it ain't. I ain't said nothing
No,
personal
hold on, wait, no. What I'm gonna say, that for the people who are watching, you're privy to. I will say this, and is backing up what you said. And I always say, like, people ask, like, hey, why did you stay at Complex? Blah blah blah. What Joe did fight for, I ended up being a beneficial and a recipient of that. I get a percentage of all gross receipts when it comes to everyday struggle.
Wayno got a job after that. Hey, you know what else happened? The desk got a makeup girl. Like, fam, nothing changes if nothing changes.
Yeah, but hold on. So then I ask you, I'm like, yo, is it worth it if you're the sacrificial lamb and you're being like, because I tell people, I'm like, yo, I don't know. I said, maybe Joe would have got the same thing if he was patient.
Listen, I went in the office in there, and now we just telling all the business, but I went in the office. I went in Cornell's office toward the end and said, Cornell, I ain't gonna hold you. I need $1 million. I do need $1 million. I know what y'all are generating. I know what we're doing. I see what it's doing for the brand. I need $1 million. And Cornell, God bless his soul, he's not there anymore at Complex. God bless his soul. Cornell said
That's
to
my
me,
guy.
no, I fuck with Cornell. I do. But at the time, under orders from Rich Antonelli or whoever else, Cornell said to me, but Joe, if we give you $1 million, you will be making more money than the fucking boss up here. You'll be making more than Rich, Joe. And know what I said? So? Yo, what the fuck do I care? Why are you telling me that? Hey, Drake makes more than fucking Sylvia Rhone, I'm sure. Lucian, I'm sure. Yeah, nobody's batting an eye at Drake. Know why? Because he's doing what he got to do. If Cornell was telling me that in this infrastructure, as currently constituted, I can't get to $1 million, well, then you're showing me the ceiling above my head. I got to go.
Let me ask you a question. Yo, we did Everyday Struggle for 9 months.
And
That's
I went
the
and got
time it takes to
and I went and got that $1 million. See, that's the part niggas don't never talk about when they say Joe go crazy. They don't say, yo, Joe go crazy, but he always keep going up.
Nah, Joe, I ain't gonna lie to you. Oh, hold on. Yo, a lot of people hit me because I had a lot of conversation. They said Joe is capping by that $1 million. They said Joe didn't go get $1 million from there and $1 million from there. Because I was saying that, I was like, yo, I asked a couple. I said, am I underestimating my worth?
Yes.
Because if Joe
idiot.
said he got $1 million.
Yes, you fucking imbecile. What do you think I've been trying to tell you niggas for years? Yes, I left that building and went and got with Puff and got an M. I went and got with Mona. I got an M. I went and got my pull-up shit. I got a couple M's. I went to Spotify. I got a couple M's. I'm up already, nigga. What are y'all doing out there? Charlamagne he shouldn't be able to speak to me. I'm not trying to be funny because I love him and we got a deal. We're not going to talk about each other. But what I'm saying is don't condition the people to think that Joe don't know what he's saying. When Joe kind of goes to work 2 days a week.
Yo, I'm being honest with you. I had so many conversations. Like people like, yo, we see what's being given to these people in these places. Joe is not being honest. I'm telling you, it felt like I was undervaluing myself. Nigga, I talked to my lawyer. I said, listen, am I lowballing you in when you need to go ask for money for me? Because, you know, like, I be chilling, you know, I be doing my thing. And also, I do feel like, you know what I mean? Like, because of, like, the empire I've kind of built, I'm like, I'm so, like, happy already. I'm like, what? It could be more. And I'm like, yo, Joe said he got $1 million from what? And what? And then people told me, relax. Joe is just doing propaganda. He's doing the Joe shit. He's getting people.
No. Hey, you'll interview Puff one day and you talk to him. You'll interview Mona one day and you'll talk to her. You'll see the cash out.
I heard big fucking cap on Love and Hip Hop. They said Love and Hip Hop will not and never give Joe Budden. And I was like, because I ain't gonna lie to you, I was like, yo, I got a couple stories to tell. Yo, you see that girl who be talking shit about all type of rappers and shit? I'm like,
that's your girl. That's your people, right? That's your ex.
Don't say you're messy.
No, you don't have no ties to that girl?
Hey, if Mona hits us up for $1 million, we have been in a very intimate relationship for the last 10 years. Okay? I'm just saying. So when I heard those numbers, I'm like, yo, either Joe is like, you know, like, because one thing I'm gonna get, and this is just me giving you credit here. I look at all the top creators and broadcasters. You know what I give you credit for the best? And I've always said, it even goes back to what the desk always says about you. You're good at, like, a narrative, whether true or not. And it's like, Joe's a great orator. You're a better orator than me. Way better than me, Charlamagne, anybody. And I thought about it, and I said, it makes sense. This guy has been dealing with putting words together in a certain way for all his life. Me and Charlamagne, we just been talking shit. He had to do it in rhymes, in battle rap. He had to, like, you have, because I'm listening to you on all these rants, and certain shit you say, I'm like, this nigga's good. This nigga's good. Look at you.
I'm not bad. I'm just not bad, man. Listen, I would love to come to work and just joke around and just, you know, but every now and then you gotta get in that bag. That was important for the podcasters and the creators that's coming after me.
What do you think you're worth?
I can't tell you.
On the open market, forget about even a podcast. Somebody wants Joe Budden to do, I don't know, maybe another show with me. Somebody wants you to just have a nightly show. How do you establish your worth?
You won't let me get you some money. You won't let me get you some money. Hey,
Joe, listen, you gonna burn every bridge I got.
Another show with me and you? Oh,
you gonna burn every bridge?
Man, hey, I'm going to see Larry Jackson soon, man. Come on, let me go talk to him. Let me go get us some money. We could do it.
Joe, talk to me. No, yo, here's the thing though. Joe, the way you kind of move though is a little unorthodox. Joe, you're running through with a flamethrower. You're not
Always.
playing it. Hold on. Also, this is where I also had issue, and you know that might have just been a personal thing, right, with you and Charlamagne. But Joe, you do know that, like, if somebody offers you right now $50 million for the Joe Budden Network, right, 50% ownership, it's a joint venture, and they're gonna fund it, $50 million. All you have to do is use your power, influence, whatever, sign people, and blah blah, and also hire staff to kind of operate and do whatever. You would not say that's a L. I don't think you would. So when I saw you criticize Charlamagne's deal or whatever, I was like, I think Joe might be too. Go ahead. You might be too personal with it. Go ahead.
Again, I want to make myself clear that I support whatever it's doing and his plan. I have to say that because I don't know who's here, I don't know who's listening, I don't know who's watching. My question that I needed other creators to ponder was, if it's 50% his, then go try to sell 50%. Go to Amazon and see what they'll offer you for your 50%. If it's truly 50%, go to Apple and see if they'll give you $100 million for your 50%. That's all. There's nothing wrong with his deal. Again, Charlamagne's a multimillionaire, man. If you want to do it that way, you do it that way. My way is not for everybody. It's not. I don't advise people. When people say, Joe, yo, give me some advice on podcasting, I don't know what to tell them because I'm a maniac. I would never advise somebody to do the stuff that I'm doing. But it works for Joe. It works for Joe. Hey, my phone has not stopped ringing since that Spotify rant. Know what everybody keeps saying? Yo, we hate them niggas too. Like, all you gotta do is speak. All you gotta do is speak, and you're gonna run into some like-minded people.
Hold on. Two things I want to say to you. Listen, I ain't gonna let. Listen, this is the difference between when you sit and you talk to Rory and the other dude. They just ad-lib whatever you say. They don't like. They're not really. Hey, listen, Joe, you're capping if you tell me that your conversations you were having was not interrupted by some of the bullshit that you saw that was circulating on Shade Room and other places that was trying to recast you as a woman beater, as a dog jerker offer, and also as some other delinquent.
On both of my kids' life, on my dead grandparents' life, on my parents' life, on my life, no one stopped calling. I can assure you.
It didn't. Hold on. You didn't. Okay, maybe not stop calling, but they didn't call Ian and said, Ian, listen, we're having second thoughts. Hey, what's going on here? Because you're talking money that when companies are putting in, they're forecasting. And if that forecast could be fucked up, they don't want to forecast. It's some good shit.
I'm glad you brought that up, actually. Because my response to some of this shit be, yo, I've been vetted by different police precincts. I've been vetted by different courts. I've been vetted by different Fortune 500 and Fortune 100 companies. Like, none of this stuff would be happening if I were out abusing and jerking my dogs off. Like, be real clear. See, a lot of people are stupid, so they don't do this much thinking. Mona and all her insurance liability and Viacom and all of their insurance liability, they would never put Joe in the same set as a woman that I've been beating up. Do you know how many people go down for that? It was two companies that called and said, yo, are y'all all right? You see what's going on? And I said, we all right. Ian said, we all right. And they said, okay, as long as you're all right. That's
full transparency.
That's the other thing about business, Act. When you're doing the thing, when you're doing the damn thing, it'll be acknowledged.
Hold on. Well, I'll give you full transparency.
Troy Ave, you see us talking about business? We're talking business, you fucking bum.
This guy Joe,
The
man.
fuck is going on with these bums
Joe, in
interrupting
full
our business?
transparency. So again, I was never into the podcast shit, blah blah blah. I love what you're doing. I think you're really educated. You've educated me on the business side of things. Shit, you brought my attention to focusing on what's going on. Call her daddy, and also like Barstool's very privy, whatever. New perspective. Also, my audience is a little bit more receptive, right? I tell my lawyer, who teams up with the agent from UTA, go pitch what an academics podcast could be garnering without me ever doing a podcast.
Mistake number
In some
one.
of the conversations I was having, I'll give you the timeline. It was the same week that the Freddie Gibbs, also Chrissy Teigen thing happened. I can tell you because, again, I always tell to my audience specifically, I'm not a liar. 2 whole networks pulled out. So I know that
you bugged the fuck out.
Okay. All right. Okay. I get you. But what I'm trying to say to you is that these organizations, a lot of times, who are down to engage in business with you, they want the numbers. They want the 400 million people who search Joe Budden. They're not signing up for the allegations. They're not signing up for some of the shit that people say you have done, or some of the people who are going to come out against you. And it really takes. You remember when Tiger Woods went through all this shit? Yo, it took balls for Nike to stand with him. So I'm just telling you on a realistic. And by the way, the people who dropped out is great because I'm kind of controversial. If those things spooked you, we shouldn't be doing business at all. So it's a blessing in disguise. But that's what I'm calling cap with you, because where you're saying a smear campaign, these weren't even okay. Cool. I said some very, you could maybe term it as misogynistic. You could term it as just hateful. You could whatever you want to, in terms with Chrissy Teigen. Cool. They're in the smear campaign. Let's call it that. They're angling and trying to position you as someone who is abusive, has an habitual record of abusing women, not caring about certain shit. They're trying to paint you as a drug addict. If companies are saying and thinking about giving you 8 figures, that's going to be thought of. If you say that's not true, you're not being honest with me. I'm not saying they're pulling out, but there's going to be serious concerns.
There's going to be serious concern, academics, if there was a chance that this stuff could come out and be true.
Okay.
Like, Joe has gone to court like 2 times already for years and faced all of this stuff. I've been acquitted. It's been dismissed. I've been vetted. I've been investigated. Like, it's documented. So, nah. If a company is trying to pull away from me for old media stuff, like if you're saying Joe is an abuser, you're saying that because you believed something that someone said to press, to the media. Not because Joe is a threat, not because there's this long line of women present day that are saying, hey. That's one. 2, the part you're missing is y'all were shopping an unproven commodity. So the companies didn't know what that was worth or how much money the Akademiks podcast could bring them. If the Akademiks podcast had already got them $100 million, they might stand by you like Nike did Tiger.
Okay.
Because, yeah, we see what the internet is saying, but what we also see is Joe went somewhere and that company went public. And what started as 1% of the market ballooned to 10% of the market. We need more than internet rumors to distance ourselves.
Okay, fair enough.
Ak, man, I miss you, man. I wish you'd leave my co-host alone.
No, hey, hold on.
If Rory went to your house, I will personally deal with that. I refuse to believe it.
Joe,
but
you know, and speaking even to no, Charlamagne, him and I talking to him, yo, the only thing I see with that, because I love, war of words, sparring, cool. I only say, listen, you take it too far when you start to encroach on people's personal privacy. And he was trying to tweet out my zip code, which is, we're
But
all, you
yo,
saw that. I just thought it was a dumb
but
move.
who gives a fuck if the zip code is like how this man? I mind my business when niggas is getting crazy.
Yeah, no, hold on. Yeah. But Joe, here's the thing though, right? Like with the whole, I don't care. Like, first of all, I'm a public figure, so are you, Joe. If Troy Ave is dissing you on Instagram Live, one thing. If he shows up where you lay your head and maybe your baby boy lays your head, and he starts leaving messages trying to threaten you, would you not move a little bit different, and would you not also take it to another level? Yes or
I would pray on it.
no? No. Oh my God.
Act is big business watching. I would just pray on it. I can't say what
You were talking crazy to Troy Ave just now.
I mean, I don't
Hold
think I
on.
was talking.
Yeah, wait. Hey, listen. I thought it was an amateur move to your co-host, which again, my whole issue with them is that, like, Joe, listen, man.
You don't like nobody niggas talking about you, especially niggas that don't know you. I get what your issue is.
No, it's not that, Joe. I respect what you've built, and I think you respect a bit of what I've built.
Of course I do. Don't be silly.
I just can't respect niggas who ain't built shit, commenting on niggas who did build shit. So I'm watching both of them, and I'm like, yo, if Joe says, Act, you're fucking up your brand by doing this, I get it. When y'all say it, I look at y'all and say, what, like, how do you even have the wherewithal? Especially, again, just like how you dismiss Andy Schultz, like, I'm dismissing them. Why do you have the audacity to speak on what I'm doing within my brand and how I'm doing stuff when you've never done anything like that? So that's where I catch offense, and of course, me, I'm super petty. But
but
anyway,
y'all could everybody could just fight. You see, like I kept telling Troy Ave, like, can you fight or not, nigga? Too much talking.
Okay, yeah, Joe.
Hey, meet me in the CVS parking lot. And
Joe, he has $50,000 to fight you. He has 50. No, he said he got 50,000 to fight you. Me and Rory will be on the undercard.
Yeah. Now we talking. Now we talking about getting some money.
Yo, and if I have enough energy, I'll get at what's the other dude's name? Mealy Mall. I'll get him next. You know what I mean?
Man,
never know.
My people alone. My people ain't bothering you. And if they are bothering you, then tell me so I can handle it. But I don't want niggas. I don't want nobody going to nobody's house. No, just so I'm clear. I don't want niggas. If niggas gonna just talk and diss each other publicly, I'm with all that. I love that.
Yeah.
But all that going to people's houses, writing notes, when you start talking about people's family, like shit like that is where it's like, okay, because I've seen where shit that started as nothing. Shit, Troy Ave is our example of that. Shit that started as just words.
Nigga, the ransom shit is like, I looked at that and I was like, listen, I understand because, me, when I get on my Twitch, I kind of go a little hard. But once I seen that happen, I said, oh, wow. Like, for a guy who tries to sound smart when he's not ad-libbing, he's trying to repeat the same events that happened with Joe and Ransom, where things and people and places and cameras were involved in some shit that didn't have to be.
And let
so
me
I
just
look
tell
at
you,
that and I'm like,
me and Rand will tell you that was stupid. Me and Rand today will tell you.
And truth be told, I would have rather him just tweet it out. Hey, academics, I don't like what you're saying. Let's fight. Cool. When you're trying to, like, I don't know what movies I don't know what movies you have like assigned him to watch, but like he must think this, like, in real life, there's no mafia shit where you drop off a little postcard or a note and everybody's shook.
I don't know
what usually happens then? It happens where people start getting really aggressive to anybody who comes near their property. And by the way, and hold on, and my last thing, because I gotta ask you one question. and it only looks even worse. Bro, look outside what happened, man. Breonna Taylor just got killed by a white cop.
Yes,
You a
sir.
white dude in hip-hop. Be happy enough that Joe's bringing you. Stop trying to threaten like you're going to pull up to a black dude's crib. Because, listen, I'm here all the time. I bought it cash. Okay?
No. We're not allowing none of that. Listen, what I will say is, again, Joe has been like the trailblazer on the internet. So a lot of shit happened to me first. Like before there was a Twitter, before there was an Instagram, Ransom said something slick. I called myself putting on for the internet.
I remember the Applebee's video.
For what? Just like stupid. Like
you must have been in Linden. That's a Linden Applebee's.
No, I was in 440. I was in Jersey City at 440. And I said something stupid, and we went and me and some guys went to his block trying to film a video and just internet shenanigans. All that shit 6ix9ine be doing. Wait, let me talk. All that shit 6ix9ine do. We go to Chicago and blah 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 blah. I did that, and got shot at,
Regrettable.
One, and two, Ransom went away. He lost some years of his life. Like that shit is so trash. Yo, they went to my man's house, smacked the shit out of my man in the hood. My man is such a nice guy. Like that was chaos. Me and Rand see.
That's where you and Vlad have your beef from.
Yeah, but me and Rand were able to see each other some years later and just acknowledge how stupid all of that shit was. Like, nigga, I love you. You love me. What was we doing? It's just stupid. So it pains me when I see stuff that like kind of could escalate. It pains me that rather than fucking Troy Average be an example and talk some of that shit, like he's still an idiot. It hurts me that he's still an idiot. It hurts me that 6ix9ine sometimes is still an idiot. It hurts me when people are idiots still, because we got too big of a fight on our hands.
Joe, did you think when 6ix9ine hit you up for an interview that he did not have any redeemable qualities, so you said, "Nah, we're good"?
No, I didn't think that. I didn't think that at all. I thought there was no reason for me to do the interview.
Okay.
That's all. That's really all I thought. I said, what does he want to talk with me about? He had just done the New York Times interview, right?
Mm-hmm.
He just had arguably the biggest trial that we've ever seen in hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
And every time he goes on live, there's mad people there. Like, he has an outlet to say whatever he wants to say. What does he need me for? I had that question, and I had the question of, do I want that energy around me? The energy of he wasn't gonna do nothing but get on there and tell a bunch of niggas to suck his dick. And I come from, hey, if I got beef with a nigga and he starts shooting, the dude that's standing next to me might get hit. It's all about just energy. He was real sweet when I spoke to him. He was a sweetheart.
You spoke to him directly?
Yeah. I think I spoke to him directly. If I didn't, then Ian spoke to him directly. But I mean, I spoke to Murph.
I know he was making personal calls. I know you. By the way,
Murph.
He told me to hit you up, and I said, "Listen, me and Joe will always have love for each other, but I'm shooting at his co-host right now. It will look that's a facetious move for me to be like, hey, do you want to go talk to 6ix9ine because I have a relationship with him while I'm getting at your co-host?" So I said, hey, you need to find another way how to speak to him, not leverage the fact that me and Joe have a relationship. So I guess however it got to you is how
I spoke to Murph. I apparently know Murph from back in the days. Like, he tried to call 6ix9ine, and I was like, no. You don't need to call him. Let me just call in. And listen, I did think about doing it. I thought about it. It. But nah. And it's nothing personal against him. But
was it because of what you were going through with Spotify at the moment?
That's part of it. I didn't like how that would have looked. Like my first shit off of Spotify now just look like I'm doing some shit for the clicks.
Potential.
Like, nah, I would never do no shit like that.
I told him that too. Hey, this is a random question because it's been on my mind. Joe,
Yo, y'all
Could
might as
you
well
apologize?
invite me to Everyday Struggle, man. What the fuck?
Hey, could you apologize to my man Van Lathan? You threw him under the bus, bro.
I did apologize to Dan Lathan.
Did you do it publicly?
No, nigga.
No, Joe, that wasn't right. I felt like you stepped on other people's toes while trying to prove your point, and other people who, if you're really for, which I do believe, you're for the fight for all creators, especially Black creators, that could have been handled, and you could have discussed even that interaction a little bit
Here
more
is my
tasteful.
public apology to Van Lathan right here on DJ Akademiks'
It's
show.
our live. No,
No,
this is
your live.
this is Weekend Struggle.
Van Lathan, if you are listening, if you're out there, if Too Cool to Blog picks this up so you can see it, I publicly apologize for how you took that rant, for how that rant made you feel, and for
No,
how
that's
it was
not an apology,
interpreted.
Joe, you can't apologize by saying I apologize for how you felt. You have to apologize for what you did.
Well, no, because I told, like I told him when he called, how he felt and how he took it. That certainly was not my intention. And I love Ben. Like, I fuck with Ben. It's a lot of people I don't fuck with, but Ben I fuck with. So no, I would have never went on there. Yo. I would have never went on there and tried to humiliate him purposely. But I did, according to him. So I apologize. And I apologize publicly. Ben's my guy. I fuck with Ben.
I felt you stepped on a situation he had going on, and
Good.
I like no because
I'm joking,
like
I'm joking, man.
yo, what I'm saying is that you set him back at Spotify where like now all your supporters are thinking that this is the guy who ain't with the for creator, pro Black, fuck the system and everybody who oppresses us even in business terms. And Van isn't like that. Like I had to explain to a lot of people because they mentioned his TMZ, history, and I'm like, do y'all forget that he was a motherfucker who sat up there with like, Kanye, and he was the only one who called him on certain shit he was saying just because it was detrimental to the Black community. Van ain't like that. So when I saw you mention, I'm like, yo, Joe, why are you mentioning private conversations?
Nah, I was hurt. And I expressed to him how I felt. Like, I think we were clear with each other on how we felt. And it was just bad timing and a miscommunication between two people that normally communicate very well. Because I give it to Ben. Anytime that one of them bullshit stories was about to come through TMZ, Van hit my line. Van called my phone.
He did it.
Said,
he hit my line too.
Yo, there's some shit going on. So I should have 100% returned the favor, but that stuff wasn't written. Like, I was off the dome with. I didn't plan to mention Van Lathan. I was just saying my perspective, and I offended somebody that I care about and I love. So there's nothing wrong with apologizing. Hey, Van, if you listen, I love you, and I apologize.
He is, because he definitely called me like a couple minutes ago. Hey, yo,
that's my man,
one
man.
of the last things I'm gonna ask you, because I know
you said that the last 10 questions.
Stop it. You just like me. We don't take vacations. We sit back and plot, right? So I know you're trying to act like you're on some 3-week hiatus, but you ain't, nigga. You moving around. You're.
Yeah.
What's next, nigga? What's next?
250 million.
From who? Let's take it out of here, nigga.
From everybody. Why it got to be from one person?
Okay.
And just,
are you trying to?
Let me stop. Let me stop before the blogs pick it up. I am not asking anybody for $250 million.
No. Fuck the amount. Are you trying to? Because I heard you said a point which was very poignant to me. You said, yo, they might have got away with the finesse in the record music industry because that shit existed a long time ago, but we're determining the rules right now for this podcast business. And I have a say. Are you trying to revolutionize the business, or you're trying to get the bag you feel you deserve?
The first. I'm gonna revolutionize things. My legacy will be that I change things for everyone to come after me. And in that, I'm going to get shorted on the bag. I know that. Nothing wrong with that. When you're the first to do something, you get shorted on the bag. See how I left Everyday Struggle and they gave you all the money I was asking for? Yeah. Yeah.
They came to me. Joe, they came to me and they said, Act. They said, Act, they were like, not creative, but we'll give you EP, and do you want this percentage? And I'm like, oh, you guys have had a change of heart. Why? Okay, let's talk.
Yeah. Nah. And nobody was happier for you than me. Hey, with all the bullshit that I just went through in that building. Hey, and I told you before I left, hey, nigga, if I get out of here, you already know it's a stick up. It's stick up time.
Nah. Joe, you know I'm not gonna lie. Joe told me, Joe says, yo, Act. I remember, because also, I think this was after, like, I was on the stream. I think the Deeces and Mirror thing was happening. And people thought like I was a little. Bro, I loved what me and Joe created so much. I knew it was special. I knew that nobody else could create the shit. I knew it's a once in a lifetime thing. And I remember like when Joe was telling me like, yo, Act, I'm out. And he says, if you stay, stick them up. And the whole time I'm looking at Joe like, don't leave. But truly, he said, Act, this is what you should get from them. Stick them up.
Yes, sir. You better fucking believe it. Hey, and soon as I left, Act started getting real off-white clothes.
No. Only the Supreme was supposedly fake, and it's because like I got it from my nigga who was in China for a little bit too long.
Yeah. Hey, well, listen. Actually, here's a question for you now. When is your contract over? They got you in a 720, a 5-year deal. When is that shit up? They got you niggas recording from home forever.
Joe. You know,
he get nervous.
Joe, I don't handle things like you. I just want to say, yo, I love Complex. I love the business we do, and our ongoing conversations has nothing to do with any type of public response I might have to anything.
Well, listen, why me and you can't go to a different company and build everyday not struggling? Everyday balling. Why we can't come up with something else and get a bag? You only go to work for 90 minutes. There's mad other time in the day. We could go build. Now I gotta ask Maul and Rory if they'll let me do it. But yeah,
Joe, you're their boss.
No. Those are not, no, we are friends, not boss.
No, yeah.
Oh wait,
Joe.
Wait. I wanted to answer because I heard you say something like that. I heard you say, yo, what is the difference between, and this was in one of your Rory rants, yo, what is the difference between what Joe is saying out there to the people and y'all sitting right next to him? Y'all work for him. I saw you say all that. Let me answer you. The difference is, those are my friends. That's it. No, you can't do that. You can't make that face, Act, because listen, along my travels, right? Like right now, I'm negotiating with different people. You know when the conversation changes a little bit with some of these companies, when a black guy gets on the phone. When a black guy gets on the phone, it's a little different. Not that we friends, but that we kinfolk. So it just goes different. There's no better situation you could be in than having your man go ask for, let's say, $250 million.
Joe,
knowing that is your man.
No, Joe. Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. I miss just getting at you daily. I do.
You love me, man. You love me, man.
Yo,
hey,
wait,
I should have
you
came
know
to
what?
the house with Rory. I should have pulled up.
Yo, you know why though? Because you be saying bullshit, and I be listening to everybody nod and agree.
Wait, you don't want to work with your friends?
Joe, stop it. So you're telling, yo, hold on.
Right.
This is important. Hold on. This is important for me to say. Everything is about perspective. And let me call you on some shit. This is the realest shit I say in this whole life.
Give it to
Joe, when me and you stood outside Complex waiting for our cars, and you said, Act, based on what's going on, they should pay me X. They should pay you Y. If they're not doing that, they're not compensating us on what we are properly, and actually, even then, it's undervaluing us.
Yeah.
Here's the thing with working with your friends. Because when they aren't negotiating with Spotify themselves, to you, and I know this as a fact, $1 million ain't shit. It's not shit. To them, it's everything.
Stop.
See? Stop it.
Act.
To your
Listen
employees,
Listen to
to
me.
Rory and Mealy Mo, it's everything.
Listen to me. I know you got your thing going on with my guys, but listen to me. I have never told you no wrong information. When forget Spotify, when a different company came to me years ago and said, yo, 3 years, $10 million. Total, not $10 million a year. 3 years, $10 million. The first thing I did was go to my mans, because they my mans, Rory and Maul. I said, yo, I have a deal on the table that will make both of y'all millionaires right this second. Is it the deal I think we should take? No, but I want to hear from y'all. They both said, nah, that's not the deal we want to take. When Spotify put this bullshit deal on the table, I didn't make a decision. I brought it to my guys, and I said, yo, they made an offer that will make everybody a millionaire, but this is what they want. And my guys said, no. Now, every offer that comes, I come to them, I say, yo, this is what's on the table. This is what it'll take from us, but what do y'all want to do? And we make a group decision. That's a friendship courtesy. If these were just two niggas I didn't give a fuck about, I would rob them.
No. Throw the friendship out the window. This is what I'll say to you.
It's real niggas, man. It's a real nigga.
I'm not saying you're not a good
movement.
Friend. I'm not saying you're not a good friend, but you're a good businessman.
No,
Joe,
Charlamagne said I'm not a good businessman.
Joe, if you think I'm going to sit here stuck on stupid and believe that you will let Rory fucking convince you not to take a deal, that's not true. Again, I'm not saying you don't listen to their input, but by large and in part, you are deciding what is acceptable and what is not. And by the way, if you decide that whatever is offered is not, their livelihood depends on your decision. That's all I'm saying. You know that's a fact.
No, that's a fact, but it's all our decision. But this is what I'll say to that. What helps in those situations is I've been an artist. I've been an artist that has gotten robbed, and all types of tricks been played on me as an artist. So I don't be wanting niggas to do that to nobody I'm with. Like when me and you was on Everyday Struggle talking all that shit, and they wouldn't give us a security guard to go to BET, like I was personally offended, not just for me. I was offended for me and you. Like, wait a second, buddy. This is just not going to fly. So, yeah, I understand what you're saying, but when you ride with niggas, like I see you and 6ix9ine, sometimes y'all get on the Insta Live and he'll say some shit about a name that you kind of rock with. And you'll be like, whoa. I rock with this guy. And to some other people, you'll probably say that about 6ix9ine. Let's say what you want about him, but I rock with this guy. When you rock with people, it just goes different. I wouldn't want to do this shit with anybody but niggas I rock with.
Okay, but my
and all money ain't good money.
Okay, but my thing with that is that, Joe, you have made millions for years. Joe, look around. I just bought my first mansion. I used to live in an apartment for all my life. I'm so happy. What I'm saying is that even when I got on Everyday Struggle, you too, when you got on Everyday Struggle, I'm pretty sure you're like, the money they're offering us isn't worth our time. Now, for neither of us, I believe, took it for monetary purposes. But what I'm saying is that I have thought about things that, because I wasn't in the financial position I'm in now, I'm like, yo, let me So that's what I'm saying. Like, hey,
Yeah.
your co-hosts aren't as fortunate or well off as you. Yeah, you could pass up 8 figures. Could they? Could they?
I'm gonna answer it for them because they've answered it to me. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, Act, and listen, and when you move like that, Act, I can guarantee you, they both will be millionaires shortly, in a matter of maybe months. You don't have to say yes to the first million that come. You don't have to say yes to the first 10 million that come. When it's you coming up with it, it's gonna come. Yo, real quick. When I was in the music game, you would run into niggas that made a hit and they had a smash, but they wasn't in a rush to put it out. They didn't have the album ready. They were scared. They was timid to put it out. Know why? That was a fluke. They didn't think they could make another one. They didn't think they could manufacture something to get them money for over a long period of time. Man, we've been doing this for 5 years. It's not a fluke. Turn the mic on. It's gonna happen. It's too many companies out there to ever be strapped by one, ever.
But Joe, and maybe this is where your point comes in, where you say you guys are friends. Joe, if to address, even I've seen you mention it or whatever. You know why when you left Complex and you had told me about Revolt's interest, I couldn't blindly follow you. Is truthfully, I'm like, hey, listen, I need to make these decisions on my own, and also, who am I gonna bet all my? Who am I gonna go all in with all my chips? On Joe or on me? And I know you guys are friends, but they're going all in on you, which means if you self-destruct, if all this smear campaign shit takes you down, they're gonna be sitting there like, damn, we bet on this motherfucker and this nigga actually lost. And we lost millions of dollars.
That's what
I know
gambling
for
is,
me, I was like, I thought about it a million times, but I was like, I couldn't. For
Well,
them, I
listen,
look at it and I'm like,
but you and
I
I's
look at,
relationship was a little newer. So you made the right decision for you at the time. And what I
mhm.
couldn't tell you at the time was, yo, I think I can get a mill from Revolt, and I think you could get maybe 750. I couldn't tell you that because it wasn't confirmed. It would have been me telling somebody who's not my friend that I grew up with to come follow me for money that's not guaranteed. So you did
Joe,
what you had to do. But listen, when
yo,
it's my real wait, let me finish. When it's my real friends though, nigga, hey, if we go to the club together and one of us can't get in the club, we are going home. And the one nigga that says, all right, I got my ID, I'm dressed right, and he goes in the club, man, fuck that nigga.
okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
they rolling with Joe. If Joe is out here being abusive to women, I would expect them all to call me like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? You are gonna ruin this. But Joe has only been right for years.
Yo, I'm giving you credit right here. I remember when you started telling me about the Revolt thing, you said, Act, follow me. I'm going to lead you to a bag. But, this was the but, you have to be patient and also be down to maybe be unemployed for months, to not be on a platform for months.
Yes.
And I started to think, and I'm like,
Real
everything
nigga shit.
I know you at this point, I feel like, but I'm like, do I really think that Joe, like, am I going to bet all my chips on what's going to happen and Joe is leading us? Or I got a safety bet right here, which, okay, you know what I mean?
And that is the crossroads that every creator is faced with. So you did what you had to do at that moment. But who's to say? I call it like The Price is Right. Like when you go, that show is old, so you don't know. But on The Price is Right, they say, all right, you go behind door number 1, and it's mad money and tricks in a car. And behind door number 2, who knows? Who knows what's there? Which door do you want? Some people are going to take door number 1 always. That's what you did. That's what you're supposed to do at your age. At my age, I'm always going door number 2. Hey, here's another one. Who wants to be a millionaire? I always love this part. Them niggas be toward the end. All right, buddy. At this point, you can go home with $5 million, or you can play another round. And sometimes they say, I'm taking my money. And sometimes they say, if they trust their intelligence, I'll play another round. I'm always going to play another round. That route is not for everyone.
$5 million?
Nah, see, 2 years ago, Joe was taking a $5 million deal because I didn't have $5 million. Today, $250.
Tongue in cheek.
No, yeah, tongue in cheek, but yes, $250. I risk it. There's no gain without risk. Listen, fuck with me. I ain't gonna do nothing but make everybody a millionaire. Hey, the girl podcast I just rolled out, I want me and you to talk about that in 1 year. Just watch me in 1 year what I do.
Yeah.
I'm changing lives out here. This ain't about Joe. Joe been depressed. Joe been suicidal. Joe could die tomorrow, nigga. Who gives a fuck? What did I change while I was here?
Joe, when you said that and you had tweeted and you mentioned, you said, Charlemagne, Joe Budden is a network. Were you forecasting into like shit that, you know, like we just seen a podcast you launched? Or were you thinking, listen, what I've done in my staying in the game, this is a network. It's just not a show.
No, and I shouldn't answer this because I don't know who's watching. I shouldn't answer this.
Everybody's watching. So if you're wondering who's watching, don't tell you.
Yeah, but a lot of people, it's all about information. A lot of people don't have it all. So I should not answer this, but I will because you're my man and I love you. I was telling him that because as black people who have been oppressed, and we've seen how the white people have done it, we would never look at our one show and say, we're a network, right? When me and you went to Complex, Everyday Struggle was, if not the biggest, as big as the biggest show there.
It was the most impactful show by a factor of probably 5,000%.
When I was negotiating with Spotify, I'm going to say this and I'm getting off here. They were showing me graphs of my podcast, right, like a line like this, and right above it, there would be another line that was doing like this right above my line, right? And I said, yo, me and Ian, we was like, yo, what's this line? I know the bottom line is us, but what's this top line that y'all keep comparing us to? You know what they said?
What?
The top line is 400 other shows. I said, excuse me?
No.
I said, so wait. You're not telling me that at renegotiation time, y'all are trying to devalue me by showing me the output of 400 other shows versus my one?
No.
It would blow your mind what I've learned. So when I say
they sat in the meeting with you and showed you your numbers versus a whole network, or that it seems like a network.
If you see your one show equal or doing better than 300 other shows, bitch, you're a network. Like, what is hard to understand about that?
Okay.
My one show, twice a week, with the hours, it's 2.5, 3 hours every time out the gate. For you to beat that type of consumption, you know what type of work you got to do? Gimlet couldn't fuck with me. That's a company. That's a whole company that they paid $350 million for. They wasn't performing nowhere near me as a company. But
hold on.
Hold on. But
no way, they were outperforming you altogether.
No, they weren't. No, they were not.
No way.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The whole company wasn't up, Joe.
I'm telling you something.
Joe, you told me I'm the numbers guy.
I'm telling you something.
I know you're a numbers guy now too, but I'm the numbers guy.
No, but there's a difference between being a numbers guy and knowing the numbers that they don't want you to see. See, remember that. We're dealing with tech companies. So we can all look at the number under the Instagram picture, under the YouTube vid. We can all see that number. There's a whole nother set of metrics that we'll never be privy to. And in those metrics, Joe is here and entire companies are beneath me. I'm not trying to make anybody believe that. It's something I know for a fact, and I'm moving like that. I'm not telling nobody else to move like that.
I would imagine those numbers would mean how many people who listen to your content who eventually subscribe and pay their hard-earned money. That might not be, but that's what I would be thinking. That's how you could kind of easily track your value.
Well, you can't track your value if the people don't want you to track it.
Well, you have to find some way to do it.
That's the point. So now I have to go out and hire my own analytics team. So I never have to be in that position again of, hey, can I see your analytics? No, I have my own analytics team.
Joe, we had this conversation already at Complex. It's a reason why if you want to be subscribed to Nielsen's reporting on album sales and all the data they give out, which is really specifics, not only to like, you know, general regions, to states, to cities, to actual fucking counties. Yeah, you have to pay. It's it's over 6 figures a year to be subscribed to that. You know why? Being armed with that information is worth 6 figures.
It costs money.
So I get what you're saying in terms of being armed with
but listen,
information.
2 years ago I couldn't afford an analytics company, honestly.
Okay.
So I mean, it's all about. You're right. It's all about what you can afford and when. Because if you broke, you're just gonna take whatever deal. You're not gonna ask no information. You're not gonna get to analytics company time. But no, now it's a different ball game. Different ball game now. I know how much everyday struggle is worth. So whenever that contract is up, and you want to call me, listen, Wayno 2, Wayno's my guy. Nadeska 2. Listen,
Joe.
I'll pay y'all out my own pocket.
Joseph.
See, look. Hey, when I start talking ownership shit, niggas tell me, they start calling my whole name.
Hold on. No, Joe. No, we could talk. 100%. Make no mistake about it. And by the way, and this is why, you know, I always talk my shit a little bit. You know, I brought like a Twitch concept that was about me just playing video games and talking to people about rap shit. I brought it to Everyday Strugglers on the Sticks. I own the IP. I licensed to them. They have a license for 6 seasons. Facts. If they don't create a season after a certain time, the IP returns to me, and it voids their licenses for a certain amount of seasons. So I'm all with you. And even though, by the way, I do love Complex for, you know, some of the things they've helped me with. You know, we've had our, you know, struggles, whatever. They know what time it is. Like, Joe, don't make it seem like I'm the model employee over there. Don't do that. Listen, Joe, increasingly, let me tell you what's happening. Increasingly, I'm realizing how much the brand of Akademiks is, and I'm looking at the brand of what they got going on, and I'm looking at the cultural equity, and I'm saying, do I need y'all or y'all need me?
You know the answer.
Very important question.
You know the answer.
You know that question because you've answered it many times.
You fucking right.
So again, I always love to watch you. Like, I was watching like some people comment about like your rants or whatever, and I was like, yo, you know, some of your audience just likes when you just keep it light, but me, I'm super in tune when you talk business and you start getting on this, because I think you, Charlemagne, me, anyone who's in a space who's a black male who has a platform that is influential, we all have similar plights. We might have different approaches.
Okay, I'm rolling.
The Joe approach, I don't think nobody will ever get down with. You know why? No one will succeed and make it out.
Good. The Joe approach is for Joe. There's only one Joe. Everybody can't do it. All right, I got to piss now. If I have to set up the you and Rory peace treaty, I will.
Joe, I just want to say overall, I love you, man. You know, despite I like watching from afar, but also I'm very respectful to make sure that I'm not one of the people who you end up having to fight against while you go against you're doing your plight. You know what I mean? Again, I could have my, like, sometimes I have reservations, but I've seen you do this a few times. At this point, I'm watching the process again, and I'm like, how the fuck is he gonna do it again? You know?
Just know I'm gonna do it
So
again.
because of that, I'm super respectful in terms of that. Anything with your co-host, I like to keep it light, but you know, I like to have fun. Just tell them stop trying to show up to my house. That's a little weird. Okay, but other than
I'm
that,
gonna investigate that one because I don't like that.
but anyway, I love you. Okay,
I love you more.
keep doing great content. Enjoy your 3 weeks vacation, which Spotify would never give you.
Hey, just know when Joe pops back up, you know it's always a plan.
Hey. Well, listen. Well, this is what you know. The reason why other podcasts are kind of watching and looking because they do want to see you're establishing a blueprint, and whatever you're gonna do is gonna tell everyone what could be accepted, maybe without less of a fight.
Yes. Yeah. So leave a maniac alone and let him be a maniac for everybody.
I'm doing that.
Yeah, God damn it. It's fun.
I'm doing it. Hey, Joe, you know I'm doing that. I'm like, all right, let Joe do his thing. I tell everybody else, don't follow Joe, though.
Yeah.
But let's see what comes of this.
You're going to see. Hey, we're going to do another live in about a month. It's going to look like Joe is, it's going to look, let me not say nothing, man. Just keep watching.
Joe, I love you. I'm going to get you off here. I'm going to get off here as well. I love all the creators. By the way, salute to Van, salute to Charlemagne, salute to everybody who makes great content. Joe, keep winning, keep being a great person. And,
Thank you,
you know, again, we're trying to define history in how certain institutions and certain industries are being, you know,
yes.
pressed inside it.
Yes, sir. Listen, before I get out of here, y'all let Troy Ave know if he continues down this path, he too can have some business conversation.
Yo, what's wrong with this guy?
Bye.
Yo, I'm about to get off of here. Yo, Troy Ave, thank you for joining me. Joe, I love you as well. I love everybody who's really within the space. I'm usually just kind of having fun, you know what I mean, poking fun at people. You know, sometimes it does, you know, whatever. It's hip-hop. I love Charlemagne. I love Joe. Those two I really kind of look at, and I always want to see, you know, Charlemagne is one side of me, and Joe's like one side of me. But I always say to myself, don't ever do Joe. You do Joe, hear this. You do Joe, you might end up doing Star. And salute to Star, you know, all respect to you. But like, you know, sometimes you wanna keep it. You don't want to fucking just drop the bomb. You don't want to suicide bomb it, right? And I do like what Joe's doing. I like what Charlemagne's doing. Anyway, Troy Ave, thank you for joining me. Chat niggas, thank y'all for appreciating me. For the people who do follow Joe or enjoy the conversation with me and Joe, I thought this was a great live. I'll save it for y'all, okay? I'm out of here. I love y'all. Back to my oxtails.